Okay, I just realized that I did start the captions. So while I am, there we go. No, there we go. Sometimes I don't even know why I use web caption because I'm afraid that if somebody can't actually hear me, they're gonna get the wrong ideas to reading what it says I'm saying. Uh, so I need to. What's that? That's a box for a Mario. All right, welcome in. Hey D, hey mom. I'm doing a little impromptu stream because the Bolivia fundraiser ends at midnight, and I asked them midnight what time zone, and I guess it's midnight each of our time zones. So the streamer's time zone. So I've got it's 8 p.m. 8:18 p.m. for me. So we've got like 2 hours and 42 minutes. Hey cousin, how are you?
No way. This is my jam.
This is also my jam.
Oh, thanks for the resub. Missed. Dad is using internet, so I may not be able to watch. I'll pop in occasionally. Oh, is it doing transcoding? I forgot to check. I usually do that. Well, hopefully it is. I can't stop the stream now because then Mist will like accuse me of like stopping it. I can get rid of the sub or something. I don't know. Like, oh, and that's my phone that I thought I muted, but guess what? I didn't. Oh, it's okay. It was just notifying me that I'm
No
streaming,
way.
which
This is
good.
my jam.
This is
Hey,
also
Laser
my
Flame.
jam.
And hey, Faith Makes a Way. This is your jam. This is also your jam. I've got. Where's my? Oh yeah, there we go. Is it actually? Yeah, there we go. Okay. For some reason, I think it was working for a second there. You did. Well. Okay. Saying my mic audio sounds different. I should. Is it somehow getting mic audio from both headsets? So I have a new headset, but it should still be going through this mic. But there's a chance that it.
How about that? Did that change it? Okay, so the issue was that RTX voice, the software I use for removing like extra background sound, had switched to the default Windows device, which was the headset. So yeah. Okay, so I was like, I checked OBS seemed fine. I forgot to check that the thing sending audio to OBS. Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want this mic out. So the thing with this mic is it's not actually doing anything for you guys, but I can hear myself talk, and I feel like sometimes I'm just like yelling because I can't hear myself talking. So I don't want to be yelling, and it's just kind of like I just kind of feel weird sometimes that I'm like trapped in a like what are those called? The like sensory deprivation chambers, except those deprive all your senses and not just like a little bit of your hearing. Now I sound like me. Well, maybe that's not what I sound like. Maybe you've only ever heard me over a microphone. Maybe I adjust it to sound amazing, except I don't like the sound of my voice. So if I adjusted it to sound like this, then I'd be mad at myself. So yeah, I can't see her here because of ghastly internet. I think your cousin may pop in. Yeah, she already did. But you can't see her here. She's here. Okay. Is it giving you quality settings? I forgot to check. I usually check at the beginning of stream. I've got a little all lurk. You've got a little? You've got a little. Well, I'm glad you've got a little. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need a lot. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, also I posted the Minecraft skin I was working on during the last stream, and the comic author loved it as always. Nice. Oh, gotta check that out. That's awesome. Oh, I need to switch to this. So, reminder, we're still doing the fundraiser for the next 3.5 hours ish. Yeah, so I see there's almost a hype train, but if you're thinking about doing the hype train, if you could redirect that to the fundraiser, I would appreciate it. I just realized that this thing is right over my head now, but that's going to change when we go to the other. Like, it's just a weird spot. So let's get building. And actually, I was going to announce it and I forgot what I was thinking about doing. So hopefully people don't get upset, but you know, you gave me the money. The hype train from, well, actually, what came in on my birthday, which was mostly the hype train, I donated that, and that was actually my plan, and I didn't say anything. So, but you know, assuming nobody's going to be upset that they gave me money and I spent it on something like internet for kids. You're having to use the low setting. Okay, as long as the quality settings are there, then I've done all I can do, all I can give. Hi, Bailey. And Laser Flip, did you post the skin in my Discord yet? I have not checked recently my Discord at all, so I'm really bad at that. So, all right. Oh, I was gonna show you, but my mom can't even see. Look at this. Look at this. This is from my garden, and by my garden, I mean a strawberry plant that I planted in my garden that I don't think I've really done much to help it. I planted 2 strawberry plants and one died immediately, and the other had big strawberries, which tells me it wasn't me. I got lucky. Yes, it's the fundraiser. So there we go. Boop. So I was gonna save this for your mom, one of the strawberries, but look at it. It's starting to get like it's been sitting there too long. So go eat up. There. You can watch the VOD later and see how delicious it was. See? Oh, what am I doing? Wrong camera. Okay. Yeah, was it just tormenting you? That'll soon be your jam. Yeah, that's what toasts do when they eat strawberries. They convert them to jam. Okay, changing the subject. So tonight we're going to be building the Ninjago Water Dragon, which is in the same series as these 2 we built last stream. So I had these here. I'm going to move them out of the way. I think I'm going to leave the ninjas so we can add them to our collection of scuba ninjas, because, you know, it makes sense quite like a scuba ninja. I mean, actually, if you think about it, if a ninja had scuba, I would totally use it. That's definitely, if you've seen like any spy movies, you know, you always got somebody coming up through like water passage for stealth. So, all right.
No way. This is my jam.
This is
Cat,
also my jam.
thank you for the resub. Whoops, wrong button. I mean, thank you. Hey! Thank you for that donation, Mist. Oh, that was weird. The alert just flashed. The alerts are being weird, but that's okay. They're not important as the fact that the money going to the kids. Thank you for the donation. Oh, and thank you, Faith, for the shoutouts for Kat and Mist. How are you doing, Kat? These are falling down. So as a reminder, we still have the blind bags, which are just a channel pointer. There. I guess I could have, if I was smart, I could have maybe somehow connected them as like a donation reward. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? The problem is it's gonna break it if because it's gonna throw off the count. What I'm gonna do is if somebody donates, then they get a pick a we're gonna open one of these regardless of channel points. Not that Mist doesn't have enough channel points redeem anyway, but doing pretty well. Very glad it's Friday. Today was a day. Today was a day. I had a lot of trouble focusing. I finally at the very end got one of the things broken in my code to work, which actually involved me like looking online for why something didn't work and somebody suggesting to do it a different way. So I still don't know why it didn't work the way I was doing it. So I just rewrote a bunch of code to do it a different way, and yeah, it was a day. There was the rest of the monies I forgot to send. I could have sent it all at once the other day, but I'm a weirdo and sent it little by little. Well, sometimes it's more fun that way. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the amazing choiceness of one of those four. Pick the number 1 through 4. Oh, no, actually, no, pick. Never mind. That's right. We're not doing it that way. Just pick one of the characters that's left. Who do we have left? And then I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, guys. I'm a professional. Oh, and Mist, I keep forgetting to show you. I found my thank you, Betty, for that donation. I'm thinking I might know who that is, but thank you. I mean, not but thank you. And thank you. Aw. It's really appreciated. We're almost at $600. That's awesome. Professional streamer DM. But I keep forgetting to tell you, Mess, because we're doing it's not Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a related tabletop type thing. I just realized there's just a box through there. Let's just be a pro streamer and cover that. Yeah, I found my Japanese dice, and then I realized that it's a D10, so it's not useful for about anything that we've been doing, but it still looks cool. Ethan, hey, make the dice spin. I don't know how to do that. That's a professional thing. I think this tray has a slight texture to it, so that doesn't. There we go. There's a little spin. So, I'm gonna try out this tray because I have a tendency to launch pieces. These are a tray I got at IKEA, and I actually got it for Lego building. Actually, one of the reasons I got it for Lego building, like when I'm just like on the couch watching TV, and sometimes I'll just build small sets, and I just don't want to dump pieces into the couch. Yes, I did. I saw that, and I figured that was who it was because it said Betty. Thank you, Grandma. I assume she's not watching, so you'll have to pass on that information. The information, the thank you. So, missed. You didn't pick. Let me see. Let me open one of these because I had an open one somewhere. Yeah, I just realized that I don't have anything. The thing in the if you click the channel points, it doesn't. I mean, you could. Okay, so I haven't gotten them all yet, but we should have. I'm trying to remember. There's Kermit, Miss Piggy. I always get the two old guys mixed up. There's Statler and Waldorf, right? And we've opened him, but we got him, and then the Swedish Chef. I think those are the 4 we have. Miss Piggy, okay. Picked up a D10 when they were clearing out the ping pong room in the old apartment building. Probably many years ago, some students were playing a board game there and dropped it. Was it a nice one? Wait. It's always I always feel a little weird when I find something like that, and I'm like, I feel bad that somebody lost the thing, but when it's in a situation where there's no way to get it back to them. This one. This is wonderful, guys. There's a Swedish Chef. Is the music not playing? Or is it way too quiet? You know what? The music was muted. Thank you. I need to fix the button on my Stream Deck. It's not connected to the right channel here. So, thank you, sir. So it's been saying what's been playing up there the whole time, and it hasn't. Is it literally going to be the last one? Yeah, this should be Piggy. There should be a 2x3 tile. There we go. It's a blue D10 with white digits. I see a lot of scratches on the surface, probably a pretty old one. I mean, that means it has a history, that it has a story. Maybe it's like a dice from Jumanji. I still haven't seen the second of the new Jumanji. Did I just... Oh, there it is. I couldn't figure out where that piece went. I'm like, how did I drop it when I specifically got a tray so that things wouldn't fall off? Okay. What are we playing? Oh, yeah. Some Pokemons. This is really... Yeah, a little overly bright. There we go. That they did a really nice job with the mold, and thank you for that. Thank you for that donation. NSBFFAE. What? Oh, I can't do her voice. That didn't go well. Whoops. And by the way, if you donate and your name on the donation doesn't match your stream name and you just like want to say, hey, that was me, you don't have to. But or if like you're just, it was like some sort of code, I'm not kidding. I was just making sure that wasn't a message I missed. I think the sound effect is a little bit too noisy though for the alert. Let me... One of the issues I have is that the volume isn't the same for me. So let's go... Okay. I'm gonna turn it down. It turned it quite a bit down. We won't know until it goes through, but... Was that... What was that? Was that you, Shelly? I think the sound effect is a little. I just read that. So I turned it way down. Thank you for letting me know. Always let me know those things because, like, usually it's not intentional. If it's like way too loud, that's just I didn't realize. All right. As it's not melodious, harmonious, and it kind of covers your voice. Oh, thank you for the donation. Do you want me to open one of these? What is... Oh, and by the way, there's still... It's for every... I want to say for every... I have to double check. If you're $50 donated, if somebody donates at least $50 cumulative, they will reach out to you. They will send you a shirt, but if you donate anonymously, the information's not there. If you donate anonymously but you want the shirt, let me know and I can like get them information if you want it. So the last ones we have are okay, Ethan, you're the expert, right? Which one's which? Between Statler and Waldorf. I never can remember which is which. And then, so what we have left is Kermit. You don't, okay, I shouldn't have put you on the spot. Kermit, an old guy, and the Swedish chef. Well, they haven't sent them yet. If you donated if like your donation info had address and everything in there. Because I think there's an option when you donate on whether the charity gets that information or not. And I think that's what it is. Apparently Waldorf is always on the left, Statler is always on the right. Okay, Statler is the tall one. So did they even... That makes me happy that they got it right in the picture here. Because how easily would that have gone wrong? No, I didn't steal it. Oh, is it because I got a shirt? I forgot I got the shirt and I didn't even try to see if it fits. But we because I was signed up for doing the fundraiser, they sent the shirts out early. Like I think they're just sending all the shirts after the fundraiser, so they're not like sending them in waves. All right. During the 2019 to 2020 New Year Eve, we played a tabletop game for a little bit in the ping pong room. But it's a card game. The game was made to be filled with Taiwanese political jokes and wasn't very well balanced, though. Oh, did they focus a little too much on the political jokes and less on the gameplay? Well, if you want me to open one of these, Shelly, let me know. I will go ahead and start the build. I'm hoping we can get this built tonight. I mean, the stream doesn't have to stop right at midnight, but the fundraiser stops at midnight, so if anybody's still around here and they happen to remember, if you can, like, remind me at that point to, like, take down the donation info, because that's when it hard cut off is. I don't know how hard the cut is. I'm sure. I don't know if it just like shuts. Yeah, so supposedly, we'll see, because I was told it was midnight, and I asked midnight what time zone, and they said midnight, whatever your time zone is. So like it's supposed to. So I don't know if it's. Is there any way to donate via PayPal? Does it not have a PayPal option? Let me look. Okay, Kermit. Did you choose that on your own, or did my mom message you and be like, "Hey, come over, Kermit"? You only saw credit card. I don't actually know if there's another thing. Like, I looked at it before, but I didn't make note of those options, which you think pro streamer, I should remember that next fundraiser, like look at what the options are. And just make sure that I'm aware of those things. And okay, don't play the audio again. Okay, donate. Yeah, okay, it looks like there is only the one option, which is interesting. They're using donor drive, and they must just. I wonder if it's one of those things where they get a lower fee from that than from other sources. But most of the time with those things, they give you other options just because, yes, sometimes somebody can't do one. You don't want to lose on donation of things because somebody can't. He knows me so well. Yeah, I don't see it. So, this should be Kermit. Putting it up on the TV so Bailey can watch. Hi, Bailey. Well, I guess you haven't actually. You're in the middle of doing that. Let me know when she can hear. There we go. This is the sign of a professional. Oh, they're using the medium length legs. So, and they did the same thing.
No way. This is my jam.
This is also my jam.
Thank you for that sub, Ethan. And look at Kermit. Look at Kermit. My color balance is a little off, and Kermit is very. I was messing with this, and I thought I had a better color, but let's see. That's still a little yellow-ish for him. I at some point I want to calibrate my colors like a professional. I want you to see how good he looks. The color is. He just looks olive no matter what I do. Okay. So. I'll fix that later, but Kermit got the Grinch essence going on right now. That's true. I was messing with the colors and I finally got it to show like teal correctly. And it turns out that must have also messed up. Oh, that's much more accurate for Kermit. We'll leave it there for now. So, I found a good tutorial online of how to do some color balance stuff, or using some other software and basically color adjust every tone. And so you don't have to do this game where it's like, well, now this color is good and this color is bad. There are medium legs between full-size legs and immobile kid figure legs. Yes, they introduced them a couple years ago, I think. It's very recent. They first introduced them for the... Oh, hey, Bailey! They first introduced them for the Harry Potter ones, because I think they were tired of the Harry Potter students being either children or like adults. Like there was no way to do... Ooh, there's a little red on his banjo there. But I'm going to stick the rainbow here. Here, Miss Piggy, make yourself useful. And there. Now she's holding the rainbow for Kermit. She turned around to look at you. Aww. So, yeah, they added the medium legs for that originally, and it's nice to have an in-between size. And these ones actually bend, so they are shorter than normal, but they are flexible. So that means the characters can actually sit down, where for some reason children are incapable of sitting down. I do know as a child I was fairly incapable of staying seated, but that's a different issue. Had nothing to do with the flexibility of my feet. Actually, how does that... The teal is actually still looking pretty good. The teal's looking pretty good on me. You know what I just realized? We started stream, right? We built Kermit, and Kermit's colors weren't right. You know why Kermit's colors weren't right? It's because it's not easy being green. All right. Okay, we were starting out building one of these snake guys, which, if you were here last time, we already built. Oh, I don't know where the other one went. we had 3 snake guys already. So, I have a feeling I probably just knocked him off on the floor because he was probably sitting back against that back edge. Okay. Where's the rainbow? Miss Piggy has the rainbow. I'm not sure why Kermit's banjo has a little bit of red on there. I'm not sure I can clean it off though, because I'm pretty sure that white is printed on there, and I don't know if I can get the red off without getting the white off. So that may mean I just have to get a second Kermit, and then that, I don't know, the banjo goes to someone else. Maybe it's jam. We'll just say that's what happened. Kermit was having a jam session, and it got jam. The consistency and the style, even in the magazine. Yes, they did such a good job with that. So the Miss Piggy font, is it just me, or does that kind of look like, makes me think of like the Barbie? I mean, maybe that was the older style Barbie font. It's not like I've looked at a lot of Barbie boxes the last few years. She's even Lego there. Yeah, they do. They do tend to be consistent. Apparently, someone not necessarily Kermit smashed someone else to death with the banjo. Yeah. Here we're gonna have a left-handed snake. No. Mix it up. Oh, and I didn't actually show this one up close very well, but there's some nice. This is a very shiny gold that I'm not sure if it shows up quite as well on there. I really like these snake head pieces. They make me think of Stargate, which I mentioned last time, but I'm mentioning it again, so. I love it. It means a lot to Dad and I. Silly Kermit. Yeah, silly Kermit. Yes. And that's why I was so excited when they did that Kermit with the banjo and the rainbow, because the song Rainbow Connection. But this is an angry Zane. Angry robot. That's an angry robot. I wish I could figure out a way to get this at a brightness that worked well. Like, when a figure is white or shiny, it's too bright, and I have to turn it down. And when it's dark, I have to turn it up. And I need to figure out how to get good. It's probably partly because this light is right above the camera, but I probably need somehow a light that's suspended from much higher, so it's a better diffusion. Okay, so Zane looks like it's a katana, and then gets one of these little guns that, for some reason, has a ski pole. Oops. That's what the ski pole. I wonder if it's supposed to be like some sort of a harpoon type thing. It's interesting that they did mix up the weapons so that they all are slightly different. I can't remember where Lloyd's is, because he had the sword and one of his weapons, and it didn't fit in the mech if I remember correctly, so I took it out of his hand. Probably with the other snake. As long as the snake isn't in his boots. There's a snake in my boots. I'm having a weird day. But most of you know that my baseline of weird is pretty high anyway. Are we having a Muppet war? Well, that wouldn't be very... Well, I'm gonna say it wouldn't be very fair, but I don't have Animal yet, because once Animal gets in there... Well, I don't know. Who would cause the most destruction? Animal or Bunsen and Beaker? With their experiments. I'm not sure. Could go either way. Beaker hands down. Oh, by the way, you didn't see it up close. Look at that Beaker. I love this. I love this minifig. It's so great. And then they have this little printed piece with this little, whatever this meter is, it's way too high. I'm not sure if that's a Geiger counter or what it is, but sometimes dangerous. Oh, nice landing. All right, so continue with this. It's not really looking like much right now. I think we're building the little mini sub and not the dragon yet. This threw me off because there's a bunch of gold pieces, and I almost grabbed a gold one just by default because the orange or the gold pieces in the instructions often look very orange, but nope. I actually think the issue with the light, now that I really think about it, is that it needs a setting in between. I think it's too dark on one setting and too light on the other. And I'm curious if I was able to adjust that, if there would be a setting that wouldn't have to be tweaked each time. Beaker is awesome. Okay, off to do stuff. Have fun doing stuff. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed that piece. So, using these little corner pieces here. Oh, and if you didn't hear me earlier, Mom, say thank you to Grandma for me. I mean, I will say it at some point too, but I don't know if you were like, talking to her at the time. Sometime this weekend, maybe I'll see if I can find the rest of the mini pigs. So far, I've only seen them at one place, and they only had the 7 unique ones. There's only 12 total, so it's not like we're a long way from finishing it. Some of the collections have had a lot more. It seems like recently they haven't been doing as many in each wave. All right, I'm gonna take our handed brick separator, handed, not bias. For some reason, when I was first reading Beaker is Awesome, okay, I somehow ran that together and made it Beaker is Awesome Day. And I thought you were, sharing about some holiday I was unaware of. International Beaker is Awesome Day. Okay. So we're getting that sticker as a lot as we can. There. Beaker is Awesome Day, Bunsen is Cool Night. Yeah, I was sad that I didn't find both of them together. It seems like we should have gone Bunsen and Beaker or neither in that grouping, because it's just Beaker without Bunsen is just sad. I mean, it might be less dangerous, but tech issues and things. Grr, okay, now I think I'm stuck in this chat box. Could be way worse. Hi, everybody. Oh, have you been unable to chat due to technical issues? Well, we're glad you're here, even if it took a adventure to get here. It's an adventure. Charlie, we're going on an adventure. It's a magical Leopleurodon. It will show us the way. Wait. Oh, I just saw the last message for a second there about buying a new one, and I thought somehow you were saying you bought a new chat. Like, chat wasn't working, I just bought a new chat. So you remember how my mouse stopped working and then my backup mouse stopped working? Well, I don't know if you do, but I bought a new one. So I know you had bought a replacement. Are you saying the one that you bought to replace it stopped working as well? Is this sticker way off center? I think it is, and I'm very upset with myself. Guess what has now happened? Had stopped working. Are they stopping in the same way? That's starting to... Did it run out of cheese? Wow. That's starting to make me suspect there's something else going on with the computer. Well, that's true if it's been the same port every time. But I think when I was talking to Dee before when she was having that issue, I want to say that she had tried that thing. Are you aware there's a Lego typewriter? I'm not sure. Are you speaking of this typewriter? Is this the typewriter? While I'm over here, I'm just looking for the missing. It always makes me a little nervous when you can't track down all the snakes. They're just loose somewhere. It works much better on a flat surface, but as you type, it actually does advance. And then when you push it, I don't know if you can hear this. I want to get it so you can hear it and see it at the same time. Oh, it makes the sound, the clicking. The paper advances too. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Different. Yeah, so let me go through different ports. Fully reset the PC and only installed a couple games that weren't installed prior. This is a typical hardware issue though, but 3 in a row? Yeah, that's the really weird thing that they just keep. I should have I should have known you would have known. I might have even known that you would have known that I wouldn't have known you had already known about it. You know? Yeah, I do know. Almost like the time I bought 7 phones in a row with critical factory faults. I'm not sure I want to say it, but have you considered what the common denominator is here? The common factor? Have you considered? Because usually, like, scientifically, that's what you do. You look at what's variable and what's constant. What you do, just do what I do, because I seem to have technical issues at a higher rate than other people as well, than the average person, I should say. So you just tell people that it's you technology breaks because of your magnetic personality. No. Computers and magnets, they just it causes trouble sometimes. That's kind of fun. Using the little Ninjago like spinny whatever that is. I've seen them use it on mechs and stuff. It's a spinny thing. You're using them upside down, right? South Hemisphere and all. Yeah, maybe these just been buying mice that only work in the northern hemisphere. They haven't been calibrated properly. If it was the same port, are they on the same port when they stop working? Because one thing I'd be kind of maybe worried about is that... like maybe that port is frying the mice somehow? Do you know there's an Optimus Prime set? Show us that one. Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? I won't have that until I order it on June 1st when it releases. I'm not one of the cool kids that get the pre-release sets. If I like was signed up where I got, because when you're part of the RLFM program, the not registered. What is it registered? What Lego Fan Media? Is that what the R is? Why my brain suddenly liking it? It's you don't. It's not like you always just get to choose what you get. So I have a feeling that I wouldn't have gone to Optimus Prime, and I would have like cried. I do have a problem with that. Actually, I have to be really careful what I touch because I get charged and shock things. Well, yeah, this is a right place. My brain is too tired to make a shock pun. That's sad. Are you using wireless mice or wired? Can't remember. Maybe wireless is better so that you're like electromagnetic pulses you generate won't go up the wire into the computer. Ah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that it's very frustrating. And it's not actually your fault. Unless you have some sort of weird, like, super electrical charge, and then it's still not your fault, as in, not your choice. Oh, also when it was wireless, it was the same adapter for mouse and keyboard, and the keyboard had 0 issues. It's amusing at this point. Interesting. Maybe you just have to switch to everything being like speech to text. Because we all know how well that goes. You can just look at my captions at the moment and see that they're probably about 50% accurate. Of course, that sentence it wrote perfectly because it knew I was calling it out. I have an idea. I might need to check something inside my PC, but I just haven't got around to opening it. I can say I've had so many issues with computers that I just couldn't track down. Which reminds me, when I bought this computer, which was for streaming, so it's been over 2 years ago now, one of the RAM modules was bad. I gotta check if the warranty on that, because sometimes some of the RAM has a longer RMA period than some things. Like, I need to see if I can get that switched, or I need to buy more. Because some of the RAM I'm using right now, I actually borrowed from someone, and I keep forgetting. Ooh, Tridents. There's 2 of them. It's like Trident gum and double mint gum, like teamed up together. So there's 2 Trident. I don't even know. They may need to borrow it back. I actually have a number of computer-related things that I need to get back to him. Ooh, look! Little shells. That's it. Okay, gotta go brighter. Yeah, I think it really is. There just needs to be an in-between. So I wonder if some of that I can adjust the color on the computer. Over brighten it and then tone it back down, or I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, okay. This is where the thing goes. The magical thing, the thing of power, the magical thing of power that they need to do the thing or stop the thing. I'm trying not to spoil anything. If you want to watch it, watch Ninjago. The thing is important. It's an important thing. And if you were around when we built these sets, where is it? Which one had? Well, I'm not sure where it is at the moment. But that last series of sets, they had ones like this, but the blue part here is instead purple. That's a different thing, a very important thing as well, but a different important thing. It's connected to the other thing. Welcome to Shock the Toast. Kind of spoiler free and kind of just really confusing Lego description stuff. I used to have some electrical interference in my mic from an apparent static buildup, and so I might still have something zapping around in there, frying things gently. It's only really affecting my mouse before the rest of my things go broke. I don't know, I can't remember exactly. Things did things, and I fixed it, but I didn't actually fix it, so I might need to fix it. Just hate opening my PC up because, well, I zap things, so it could I'll get much worse. Do you have one of those grounding bracelets? That might really help you. I don't know if you've seen those. They always have them in like kits of computer repair stuff. But it's a bracelet with a little like cord thing that you connect to something to ground yourself. If I remember correctly, mostly it looks like it's like springy, like the old telephone cords. So it stretches out when you move, but it doesn't like get in your way so much. But yeah, something like that may especially be important for you if you're extra shocky. I had back in, I can't remember if that was high school or community college time. A guy I was friends with in high school and through college, and then just fell out of touch. But tried to help. I think that's who was that helped me with my computer at one point. And I'm like, you should really ground yourself. And like, nah, don't worry about it. We ended up frying my motherboard, and by we, pretty sure it was him. I also think it might be because we were at my parents' house and they had carpet that was very carpety. Like maybe where he works on computers usually, it doesn't have the carpet giving you all that static. It's a wonderful idea, and I'm aware of them. Decided to just build a whole PC without because they looked ugly. Are you building it on stream or recording it for YouTube? Or otherwise have an audience for your PC building? And so now I don't want to buy one because if I can do that, I can do this, right? I've only ever messed up 2 things with static. The second one was totally my fault, doing something with the system plugged in. Oh, I can't remember who it was, but in a high school computer class I was in, I remember that we were working on different projects. And somebody was, I think, trying to repair an old computer. All I know is a friend and I were working on this other computer and talking. And then suddenly, well, I think we could partly see out of the corner of our eye because you heard the zap and you saw a flash. And yeah, that computer got smoked. Fortunately, I think that was an old computer that the school had given us to mess with so that if we could fix it, we could. But I think they kind of... I don't think they gave us the computers that if they got destroyed would be the end of the world. Because, you know... Yeah. You already built it. It went super smoothly, too. But if you need to get in there, actually, I'm trying to think if there is some sort of an electrical thing. It does seem like a mouse would be more sensitive than a keyboard, so it's entirely possible. Jeremy, poof is a bad indicator. More organic beer, yeah. Hey Steve, I was super careful because I got the pretty parts that were extra expensive. It went fine until now. I'm wondering if maybe something slightly didn't go fine. And that's the worst thing when building your computer. If there's something just slightly off and everything else is perfect. Welcome in, Sibs984. And H. I'm trying to figure, is that HJ the short? And Cryo? And Spark of Light? Welcome in, everyone. And Jeremy, how's it going? If you're not following, I think we already... Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got a shout out up there. If you're not following, yeah, let's go. That's a good timing for the raid. Maybe a little off. If you're not following Jeremy Giffa, you should do that. You should, because I say so. And I'm the streamer, and you have to listen to me. D says, this is why I don't like to do things for myself. Now, if I have to go to the shop to put it together, I could just take it back and they could deal with it.
Oh, you feel it. You feel it in your jelly.
D was talking about computer issues she's been having. Thank you for the follow, Sibs and Paige Carmack. So how was your stream? How was the rest of your stream? It's good for your colon. What? What exactly did I miss? I'm sure I missed something. We've been building. We're going to be building the Ninjago. You know what? Just realized nobody do the command. Nobody do the current command because. There we go. They hadn't updated. Oh, you switched to Jackbox at the end. Great. Finish the medium and then play Jackbox to round out the night. Nice. I could have, but instead I did it very stealthy so nobody noticed that I'd forgotten to. Just speaking of static charge earlier, there was one time my parents had sparks between them, quite literally a visible zap, and they said it's honestly kind of painful. How romantic. Maybe. D said, well, let's not be unfair. I've been having mouse issues. I built my PC perfectly and nothing is wrong with it. I just bought 4 bad mice in a row, right? Well, it is possible if there's something about your computer that's causing damage to the mice, it may be just a bad something that has nothing to do with you. I'm not saying it's your fault. Oh, but yes, this is what we're gonna be building. This dragon. So it starts out building the little sub and the little holder for the thing, the piece of power. But yeah, welcome in everyone. I always forget to do like intro. I'm Chocolate Toast. Hi. And I mostly build Lego. There's some games from time to time, but mostly I build Lego here on the Twitch.televisions. And we're currently doing a fundraiser, which it's through Compassion International, and they're raising money to set up computer labs. They have these education centers already in Bolivia that they're trying to add computer labs into because Bolivia is one of the poorest countries in the world, but it also has some of the most expensive internet access. So most kids are not going to have a chance to have internet access for studying or anything. So they're going to have these available. I'm trying to remember how many there are, but they're trying to set up a bunch of them. Of course, it probably depends how much funding, how many they can do. Going to be moving soon. That's always fun and means I have to quit this job. Little sudden, but can't help that. Oh man, how do you know where you're moving to yet? You'll have to say where you're moving to. I'm just wondering. You just need to find a place to stay somehow. D says, yeah, I get that when I touch things, people, it does hurt a bit, but I'm used to it now. Do you happen to have like dark hair with a white streak? Like, and an inexplicable southern US accent, even though you live in New Zealand? I was thinking you sound a little bit roguish. Mostly Lego, sometimes games, always good times. Can I trademark that? Oh, thanks, Mist. Yeah, I mentioned the fundraiser, and forget there's a command, which, tells you more info and actually gives you the link to donate. No idea. Okay, one of my brothers, most likely, if they'll let me for a while. Your hair changes color, it's not usually dark, though? Okay. Ooh, I just realized that I didn't actually... Wait, did I get rid of the extra pieces? Or are they mixed in here, which means we'll have extra pieces and be very good. So here, I'm trying to remember if one of the sets in the series comes with Nia in her regular, like, diving ninja outfit. But this is Nia going, like, Super Saiyan. So she has water elemental powers, and in this she kind of goes... Oh, there is only one face. A little... like, taps into the core of the powers. Okay. This piece is interesting because it's a... You can see it's like a translucent blue that I just threw on the ground. It's also... I mean, it's very similar to the material of this. It's this iridescent blue. Oh, and one of her arms is going very watery. That's cool. That is a very cool minifig. Okay, now she gets some water blasts. Galaxy Legend, how's it going? One of our brothers, okay, I read that. And my mom's getting a pacemaker put in. I'm hoping that will help her with her health issues she's been having. I hope so. Ooh, when is she getting that? Okay, that's what bots are for? Oh, you mean for the... For doing things when I forget to do them? Notice how I like stealthily ninjally updated that while declaring to chat that I'd forgotten to update it. Be much more stealthy if I didn't do that part. When you get a chance, Toasty, you should show what the charity incentives are. Oh yes. So, I'm gonna switch over. This is actually my BRB screen at the moment. So when it says BRB, I mean I will be right back, but I'm not actually leaving. So these this is the fundraiser itself. Oh, I just realized I'm kind of covering part of the logo up there. It's put together by Guardians Gold in collaboration with Compassion, and for every $1 you donate, you get one entry into these giveaways. There's a gaming chair, Elgato camera, and an Elgato stream bundle, and if we raise more than 50,000, there will be a gaming PC giveaway. Now, last I checked, it was very close. So, actually, we can look. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. If we scroll up here and then click this goes to the overall. And let's go like this. We're at $42,668. There's a few hours left, so if it hits that 50,000 in the last few hours, then there will be the gaming PC giveaway. So, there's also, if you give, I want to say I should be a pro and have this all memorized exactly. I believe it is at a $50 or more donation, you can get a free shirt. As long as you, when you donate, you make sure that, I think there's a thing to mark whether the charity gets your contact info, and if you mark no, then they can't send you a shirt. I just got zapped a lot after touching clothes just taken out of the dryer. One tip I learned from Google is that you can hold a small metal object, like a key, then touch grounded metal objects with it to painlessly discharge. Yeah. That does... Actually, I've never heard they like use a key like that. We always just like touched like a table leg when it was a metal table or something that the discharge, but holding onto a key makes sense that it might help transfer better. If you spray a fine mist of water on clothes, it kind of helps with static too, but of course then they get slightly wet again. So Really good idea. I don't use a dryer anymore. I just have random household metal objects. Just popped in for a second. How's it going? It's going good. We just built Nia. This is like this. I've been excited for this minifig. This is a really good looking minifig. There's nothing going on at the back of the legs. I should have checked the back here. Sorry, Nia, losing your head. So that's her back. This is Nia going into like water, full water elemental form. I know they've used this piece for Dr. Octopus, and I'm not sure if that's what they invented it for. But, I think the first figure I actually had it for was the Ant-Man from the first Ant-Man movie. They had one of those for, what was the bad guy's name? Yellow Jacket. Oh, and if we remove Nia's legs, sorry Nia, I apologize. We have this, so you can go even more watery form. Maybe? It seems to get in the way. Never mind. Ignore the pro streamer. You don't take her legs off, you just put her into that. Okay. There we go. I was thinking it was like, this reminds me of the pieces they used for some of the, when they did like genies, and you would connect it directly. But yeah, no, that makes sense in this case. Ooh, you losing our water. All right, that is an awesome anything. Oh, yes, nice landing. Now, these little pieces, if you squeeze here, they do kind of launch, and I'm not going to demonstrate because it will launch and I will lose it. That's what happens every single time. And I never learned. This time I'm going to pretend I did. You can see on the instructions down below the little launching. Okay, we are finally to the dragon. I do like it when they have a large build with little side builds, that when they have the side builds first, because it seems like once you build the big cool thing, sometimes the little side builds are anticlimactic at the end. What do you like to eat from Sonic? I saw that cup. This cup does not contain any food. It contains beverage. Just so you know. Realize, is this overly bright? That's overly bright too. That might not be helping. I like their, to actually answer your question, I like their grilled chicken sandwich, but you gotta add pickles to it. Unless you don't like pickles, then you've got to not add pickles to it. Because it's probably won't. Yeah. I didn't ask what you like to drink, I asked what you like to eat. But then you mentioned the cup. I thought you just were confused. I found pickles on a chicken sandwich is something I really like, and a lot of places that have chicken sandwiches don't by default put pickles on there. It used to be that I very rarely customize stuff at like fast food places, and now that's like the thing I do. It's I get a chicken sandwich, I add pickles. Ended up being yuck again. I'll be back. Ooh, pretzel stick. Yes, and that's the other thing. The pretzel sticks. I'm not a fan of the cheese. They have like the little like, you know, processed nacho cheese. They give you a little cup of it to dip into. I'm not as much of a fan of that, but the pretzel stick itself, I'm a big fan of. It's called a Segway, Mr. Toasty. If I owned a Segway, would that make me a cool streamer? I could just stand on my Segway, and I'm like, I need to go over to the computer over here. Always start from the back of the manual. That's it. It's exciting the whole way because you don't know what's going on. That would make it interesting. Well, hope you all have a great time to go and get some sleep. Oh, a great night. Time to go and get some sleep. I leave out one word and the whole thing fell apart. Have a good night, Steve. I hope you rest well and figure out soon where you're headed. Considering they don't make them anymore, yes, it would. Yeah, I have no idea if they make them anymore. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Segway in person. It's also spelled differently. For that version. The machine. You spelled it correctly for the word you were using. I don't want you to think that I'm saying you spelled it wrong. Apparently they've been discontinued. Oh no, food talk. I gotta go make noodles now. And nobody was talking about noodles. But you do you. Darn you people stoking my absent appetite into actually making an appearance while I'm trying to do other things. Wait, was there an alert or something? I thought I saw something white flash on the screen. Did anybody else see that? Something white flash on the screen? There was, okay. I think I turned the alert sound down too much and now I don't hear it at all. But it also was an annoying sound then. Maybe it's not down too far. Okay, so what? Okay, it's being really delayed. Missed. Okay, I'm gonna check my DMs first, except that it's too late to check them first. Aww. I can't type. There we go. I mean, that's not what even what I meant to say. Aww. That's awesome. Thank you. It's very appreciated. Here's a flash. Thanks. I appreciate both the donation and, the like. Interestingly enough, it's still it didn't add that into your top donor thing. I'm not sure if it registered them as the same person, or if it's just the whole system is being slow. Yeah, but noodles are delicious and it's all I've got. Those are both excellent reasons to eat noodles. They are delicious. I can confirm that. Wait, did I finish? I think, yeah, I asked Jeremy. I asked you how you're streaming. Just want to make sure. I get distracted sometimes and then I feel bad because I'll like forget to say things that I thought. But you said, yeah, yes, that's right. You finished the game and then switched over to some Jackbox. Where things happened. Because that's what happens with Jackbox. I wrote a segue many years ago in a science and technology museum. NT $40 for a ride. I'm not sure what the conversion. US one is roughly 30. Oh, okay. So it was under $2. It was like just like $1.33-ish. I heard that Segway costs about 400,000 at the time. Yeah, they're expensive, or they were expensive. I think that's one of the reasons they didn't catch on as much, because like they actually had some practical value, but they kind of became memes, and I think part of that was the fact that they could only be afforded by very well-to-do people anyway. So it just kind of didn't help the meme factor. But I could see it being very useful for people especially with certain like health conditions, like back issues and stuff. There are definitely ways it could be helpful, but now they're basically no more. When I refreshed the page, it showed the updated price. Okay, the updated price? Price? But thank you again. Okay, so I found dumplings too, so now I'm making dumplings and noodle soup, which is going to be even more delicious. If you had done that in 2 messages, I was ready to ask you if you were going to choose noodles or dumplings, but nope. You chose, the answer was yes. Between noodles and dumplings, you chose yes. Also, I did not drop that piece. They updated them out. Okay, I'm gonna refresh. Their whole system, I think, is a little delayed. Like, it's very interesting that, like, in the same page, it can have two different values. Oh yeah, it hadn't even updated for the $16 earlier. That was weird. I'm assuming it's just the way it's coded. It for the listed donations, that's an element that gets updated, and then the top donation one is just is static. Probably a bug, but we'll let it slide. Or sorry, not in my vocab. It means and though, right? That's what I always go with anyway. Yeah, that's basically what it is. You know what's a word we don't use in normal language that very handy? XOR. Which is just spelled XOR. It's used in like computer science and electrical engineering and such. It's just a shorthand for exclusive OR. Hey Andrew, I do not have animals, sadly. There's only 2 I have left. I need to go this weekend and see if I can track down the other ones, but the only place I found them so far, I only got 7 of them. So the ones I have left are... But oh, you were in the ER again. Oh. You want to talk about what's going on this time? Or well, what happened? Andrew's just been having we've been going through a lot. The ones we have left are, did you say Statler's always is the tall one? Statler and the Swedish Chef are the ones we have left. We can refund you the points if you want. And when I get Animal, you know what? When I find Animal, I will wait to build it till you're on in chat, and then I'm gonna build that for you free. And by free, I mean it's not like you pay for the channel points, but still. Really bad asthma attack. Had to use a nebulizer. Oh, let me double check this one. I'm pretty sure that this is the Swedish Chef's head. How are you doing now? And how long ago was that? Okay, this is the Swedish Chef. I'll feel chef hat and also a what's it called? Not a blender, you know, a little, what's it called? Egg beater. All right. Gonna slide these pieces over. So we don't have anything here. Whisk. Thank you, Mist. Give 10 points to Mist. So yeah, I just want to make sure we're not missing any pieces. I have had times before where it was the Lego Batman movie series. They had the Wonder Twins, and I had put them on display with the rest of my figures when I suddenly realized they didn't have their top collar pieces. They had these little like collars that stick up, and they were still stuck in the packages. So now I try to make sure I find those. So here's our radish. That was a radish, right? And then the Swedish Chef. Look. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Did what work? Oh, adds points. I'm not sure if I have any point systems turned on except for channel points. If I do, it's like by accident. I keep forgetting those things exist. Like, but your rescue inhaler wasn't helping. I got home at 5:30, doing better. Okay, I'm glad you're doing better. Oof. Got the Lambo and Disney Castle for your next builds. Oh, builds. Is that the mini Disney Castle or the? I'm assuming the mini Disney Castle or the larger retired one. A mini Disney Castle. I feel like I need like a bunch of those just for the like the sparkly blue pieces in there. Not familiar with the characters, but those figures are super cute. That's one of the things I like about some of the like I'm familiar with the Muppet characters, but some of the minifigs, there's minifigs I've definitely collected from things that I wasn't like I didn't know about, and they're just like they do such a good job with minifigs. But yeah, these are definitely they're so good. I can definitely see you can appreciate them without knowing anything about the characters to begin with. Oh, thanks, Mist. Do you like to build Lego Ninja Go sets? I do. I like Ninjago a lot. I started out not being a big fan of Ninjago early on. When I first started getting back into Lego, after usually and the Lego fan community, a lot of people here know that already. That it's known as your dark ages. It's the time most people have a time when they like outgrow Lego, and then later on they're like, Lego's pretty cool. I kind of got back in with Lego Star Wars, and I did that for a bit. I picked up some of the Lego Ninjago because because some of the cool architecture is really where I started with. But then I started getting more and more of it. And actually part of it was when they did the Lego Ninjago movie. Some of those mechs I really liked. And then I started watching the show, and I kind of got into all of that. And now I get a lot of the sets. It's... Maybe don't watch the show if you don't want to spend a bunch of money. Awesome Lego sets. The big expensive one? Oh man. Wait, oh, it's not retired yet? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's right. They retired the train, but not the castle. It's always weird to me when they retire the second one first in a series. I think Stargirl is your favorite CMF fig. The Stargirl fig is really good. That's a good one. At some point, I have to go through all of mine and like just figure out what's my favorite. Do you build any Lego Galaxy Legend? Are you a fan of Ninjago? I've really gotten into it. Apparently the original Red Ranger was arrested for RICO violation, which is really bad. Oh, oof. I think I'd heard, I know I'd heard that somebody from, like at least one, if not a couple of people from the original cast had run into some legal issues. So, I forgot we have an extra whisk, so. Oh no, and you said food processor, Faith. Were you here for the one? Which build was that? There was. Oh, it was the Christmas, the latest Christmas build, right? They took one of those and they used it to make a tiny blender, or a tiny yeah, thing. Apparently the original. Oh yeah, I can't wait to build that Cosmic Cardboard Adventures Lego. Yeah, is that still? I almost forgot about that. Is that one still in stock, or are they out yet? I know it started the 16th, so it hasn't been going on a huge length of time. So it probably is still going on if they haven't run out. But I have to figure out when I'm gonna buy to get it. So you're probably going to get the new Lego Ninjago sets coming out as well. I used to collect Lego Ninjago, but oh, you're into Lego Technic. I've done a little bit of Technic. When I was in middle school, I did a bit of Technic, but it was the small Technic sets, not the super elaborate ones. Even the ones out then. Now they got some way more elaborate ones. Republic Fighter tank is being delivered tomorrow. Nice. Does having an extra one lower the overall risk of failure? I feel like I need some sort of a screen to go to for an especially puniful pun. Or maybe just like a round of applause. So I'm still trying to finish this wave of the Ninjago ones I'm behind on. The new ones coming out, there's some of the sets that I really, really like, and some of them I'm not quite sure on yet. I think it's partly that they just kind of seems like they got rid of the four and up ones, and they kind of just merged it all together. I think that's part of it. Some of the sets that are a little more simplified. I'm not huge on the look of some of them. But some of them also have some really cool minifigs, so I may end up being drawn into getting them anyway. You need a badumps and some clapping emojis. Are you getting the new Lego Ninjago set coming out soon? Which one? I'm bad at keeping up with Lego news sometimes. I know the one thing I've been super excited about is the Optimus Prime, and that kind of just overwhelmed my ability to process any other Lego sets. Like somebody mentioned the pyramid last time. I can't remember if that was you or somebody, or no, not you. If that was Andrew or somebody else that brought up the pyramid, and I hadn't even seen the pyramid at that point. I get behind on things. You have backlog of Lego sets to build? Yes, I have a large backlog. Sometime maybe I'll get it set up so I can actually show people the backlog. Just really over the top. Hey Warmaster, how's it going? You ever wonder why so many villains in comics have PhDs? Well, there's a lot of heroes with PhDs as well, to be fair, but yeah, there's an overabundance of like mad scientists as well. Part of that might just be you need the heroes to have a challenge, and so the smarter you make the bad guy, the more challenging it can be. Just waiting for my third-party Lego Metal Slug set. Oh, somebody did Metal Slug building sets? Interesting. Huh. So how are you liking... Oh, how's the stream going? Going pretty well so far. Like, we've gotten a number of donations for... By the way, we got the fundraiser going on. It's just... weird perspective there. Gotten some nice donations. It goes for another, 2 hours and 15 minutes before the end of that. So trying to get some last minute. And man, the set, some of this, well, those are the Muppet figures, completely unrelated. Some of the figures are from some of the other Ninjago sets in this wave. We already, this wave, woo, wave, sorry. But this Nia figure is just awesome. That's just a gorgeous figure. PhD stands for Punk Helping Dirty Dance, as everyone knows. Of course. I am liking this headset, miss. It's still... This just came today. This headset just came today, and of course, one of those things you don't know for a while is like, how's the headset feel when you've worn it for hours and hours? So, still yet to see the comfort over the long haul, but I am really liking it. I like the feel of it. I think so far I like the feel of it better than the headset I had. Also, it seems like it holds better. But one of the problems I had with my old headset is when I drop something and go down to pick it up, these fell off constantly. And the way they do this ski strap, it seems to definitely... I don't know if it's just that or other things about the construction, but the whole thing holds together better. Also, it doesn't adjust the same way. So my others had the old style of the earpieces slid down, like they extended, which is always kind of a weak point on headsets. Those haven't broken, but sometimes I feel like they don't stay in place quite as well. This, it's a set size for the band, for the plastic band, but then like elastic ski band you can adjust to so how far it sits up. So yeah, so far that I like the sound of them a lot. And one of the things I like is with the microphone that I'm not using for stream, but it's still running, I can hear myself talk a little bit, and it helps. Like, I just always feel weird when I have headset on and I feel like I'm trying to shout, and it's kind of odd just not being able to hear your own voice. And just not, it just makes, I don't know, feels a little more isolating. Like, claustrophobic is not the right word, but along those lines. So I was excited to know that this had that feature built in, and I can use that without actually using the microphone for stream. Mr. Freeze is technically Dr. Freeze, but Mr. Freeze sounds better. Yes, and then there are some doctor characters that don't have doctorates. Like, I'm trying to remember if any of the Dr. Fates have actually been doctors. Doctor Strange from Marvel is. Dr. Fate from DC I don't think is a doctor. I'm trying to think of other characters that have doctor in their name that I'm trying to remember with Doctor Strange. Or I mean with Dr. Fate. But yeah. It's so often you gotta use the name that sounds best. Mine is the Cerubia set, which is the tall tank along with player character Tarma figure. Ooh, nice. I haven't played a lot of Metal Gear, but I like the art style. And so I'm trying to... I can't place it all by name, but I can just imagine that being really cool looking when translated into bricks. What kind is the headset? I'm looking for new headphones right now too. It's a Steel Series headset, and I think it's still going on that through their website right now, they have up to 40% off. It's one of those things when they say up to 40% off, there's like mostly some accessories 40% off, and the headsets aren't as much off. And if you sign up for the newsletter, they send you a code for 10% off, but just so you know, before you try, the 10% doesn't stack with sale prices. It's only off full price. But I did quite a bit of time like just researching headsets, and within a not super expensive price range. Like, yeah, you can get way better headsets for hundreds and hundreds of dollars more. Like, but it just, one of the things I liked about it was the fact that it has the side tone, which is where you can, it's got a dial so you can adjust how much of you hear versus how much you hear of the computer. I kind of wish it went up a little more, but it does help. Tried some Skull Candy ones and had to return them. Would give me a headache after a couple minutes. Ooh. Yeah, that's one of the problems with headphones, is that you really have to try them. And like, I've gone to like our Best Buy has a bunch of display models. Of course they don't have everything, but a lot of stores don't have display models at all. And even when you put on the display model, it's not like you can sit there for hours to see if they're comfortable in the long term. That's what I like about Steel Series. It's more comfortable. Other brands I've tried always give me a headache. Oh, and one thing that's interesting, Faith, too, is I saw you can buy different earpieces. They have 3 types of earpieces. It comes with, I'm trying to remember what they call these ones it comes with. But they also have leather ones, and they also have like the felt kind. I think not felt, but yeah, not felt, but the foamy kind. And so if you find out one of those kinds is more comfortable to you, you can switch them. I think with leather, when I was reading, leather is mostly like actually the least comfortable. It's just the most like sound isolating, which isn't what I actually needed. I don't mind being able to actually hear what's going on. So, Dr. Phil, Doctor Who. Oh, hey, Captain Jarth. Thanks for the lurk. Lego Ninjago has gone through a lot of transformation. The ninja set's changing every new season. Yeah. And that's one of the things before I really got into it and started watching the show that was kind of weird to me. Like how different they were and how many things went on. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And I watched the show, and it's not like the show's makes 100% sense. Like, it doesn't go out of its way to be the most realistic show ever. But like in the context of the Ninjago like world, it started making a lot more sense, and I kind of fell in love with it. I hate my Steel series. I have to hold them on if I want to so much as take a sip of coffee because they fit so loosely. Well, maybe those are not good headsets for you. I think the way they do this band is more recent, because I think Mist was saying she had like the set she has doesn't have that, but like the same, basically the same model, if you look at it now, does have, well, hers has the band, but what were you saying? The band, it's done differently, where the band just goes under, and this one the band goes under and all the way, it makes like a full loop. I don't know, I'm describing it badly. But some of that stuff they may have redesigned since you got your headset, so. But it's one of those things that you can find reviews of like what's the most comfortable headset, but for the most part those things vary from person to person. So that's one of the things I was saying, reasons I was saying, like it's just kind of frustrating you can't just try them on in the store most of the time, because you don't know until you try them. Going to go sleep, catch you later. Have a good night, Andrew. Feel better. Did I say Metal Gear? I meant Metal Slug. Have a good night, Andrew. I'll definitely be praying for you. You've just had so much going on, and that's, yeah. And what surgery is this next week, right? Do you have a favorite Ninjago character? So I decided after watching like many seasons that I think my favorite ninja is Jay. And then I only after that did I realize that he's the ninja, the lightning elemental, and so it's on brand. But that wasn't why I picked him. He's one of those characters that's that's in a lot of things where you have a character that's just sometimes kind of dumb for humor, but he's not. He's one of those characters that he's not an idiot, and he's definitely had some really good character arcs. Actually, one of the nice things about Ninjago is they rotate like character arcs from seasons, so different seasons will focus on different characters. You don't have just the whole show isn't about Lloyd, or the whole show isn't about Pi, like. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Jay. I really like Mia too. So somehow I did something wrong because I only have 3 of these. I think that there was a time I right down here. Only like at the beginning of the build. My goodness, how do we fix this? Fortunately, I think with these pieces here, can start to pry it. Whoa! Wow. That broke off for a second there. Yeah, it goes under and attaches to the sides. The ones I have prior didn't have adjustable bands, but I still love them. Okay. I've done well with different is it Sennheiser? Is that how you say that? Headphones over the years. Unfortunately, you can find some you like and then they discontinue them and you have to look again. That's one of the things I found a lot when looking at reviews. Like there was one headset I was looking at, a bunch of reviews were like, these are amazing. And then the more recent reviews were like, they redesigned them in recent years. Like the same model. It's the same model name, but they redesigned them and they're like super uncomfortable now. And like don't last as long. So that's always frustrating when that stuff happens. But I had Sennheiser earbuds at one point, and those were really good. And then I think I wore them out. It was one time when I went to Japan, some friends of mine actually bought them for me ahead of time, so I had some good earbuds for the trip. There's some of the few earbuds I've had that I like. Earbuds usually are very uncomfortable. And those ones, not only were they good sound, but I feel like they weren't as uncomfortable. It's also possible I've just gotten more sensitive to them. Mine might have the full loop band, but the base headset is set really wide, so adjusting the band only makes it balance higher or lower on my head. That's true. There's not a... Well, let me see. And I just realized I still have... Noob streamer. I still have these plastic protective pieces on. So they rotate this way. Okay, I mean, they're flexible there, so I'm trying to think how much flexibility they have for moving in and out that way. And I bumped the volume way up. Maybe my head is just really small, but I've never had an issue with hats. And yeah, there are definitely things where it's really hard to make a headset that's going to adjust to everybody's head, so it may not fit you at all, or as well. Words are hard, but that's okay. We won't judge you too much for your headset not fitting. I'm sorry that your headset's uncomfortable. Or it doesn't hold on. Because that was the problem I was saying I had with the Logitech ones, is they just fell right off. Okay. This extra water blast piece is probably the most interesting extra we've had so far in the set. I'm more annoyed about it because there were so many reviews from people saying that it fit really nicely on a full range of head sizes, so I had high hopes. And I'm really sensitive to sounds close to my ears, so if I move my head too quickly, the sound of them slipping around on my head is really loud and annoying. Oof. Yeah. If I move my head really fast, I do hear them sliding, so that might just be a normal thing that they slide a little, and if you're really sensitive to that sound, I totally understand that. So basically, Jay can be dumb and funny at times, but can get serious in minutes. Yeah. And it's one of those characters that when something really needs to be done, well, except what the one season when he totally there's one season where he went total panic mode, and then he went so panic mode that he just like after a while he was acting totally normal, and it was freaking everyone out because he was just like, nah, everything's gonna be fine, but it was like he was overcompensating, and everybody was so like not used to Jay being calm that like it made them more stressed out. Your revisions can change a lot, yeah. I way prefer earbuds, but my audiologist judges me so much if he finds out I've been using them. Really bad for your ears. Mine have enough to deal with. I have heard that they're not as good for your ears. I just find them not super comfortable. They're much more convenient. So obviously they're a lot smaller. Ugh. Make sure this is all the way up. There we go. I think it's good volume. If I turn off the volume of the headsets in general, I hear myself. So, okay, those are both connected. All right. So bag 3. Let's see. It's 10 o'clock. 2 hours remaining. We are at $742 out of 1,000. Now that's over 4 streams. So, but I'm super happy with what we've collected. Like, if we don't get a single extra dollar, the goal, they ask you to pick a goal, and it's just completely arbitrary. So, just want to clarify, that's not a goal that we have to make for kids to get internet. It'll be interesting to hear if we get more details of what they're able to do with, because one thing I didn't get exactly, and there was a lot of information I just didn't come through. I've been really distracted lately because I was in a Discord for it, and they posted a lot of information that I just didn't listen to. Is like exactly if they said like, okay, how much they can do for how much, if that makes sense. Like, how much is it to set up one computer lab, and is it dependent, like, if we get this much we'll set up one computer lab, if we get this much we'll set up 2, etc. Or are they going to try to spread it and do as many computer labs as possible, but how many computers they have in one? Like, maybe some places will only get 1 computer. and everybody has to take turns with that one computer. And I don't know those details. This is just me telling everybody how much I don't know. All right, we'll be waiting, Mist. Should I just, well, I'm not even building on screen at the moment. I'm standing over here building and I don't know why. I was gonna say I'll just stop building until you get back, jokingly, and then I realized I wasn't even building it right. Such a noob. I just recognized that the current music is based on a Minecraft music track. Oh, it's doing the thing again where the audio or the album cover is corrupted. But let's see. But yes, I have an album of Minecraft remixes, I guess, that has been added, and it's got some good stuff. Unfortunately, I can't see what track just played. I was paying enough attention. Because for some reason, the way mine shuffles, it keeps all the tracks listed in order and it jips around instead of showing you the actual order things are coming up. I realized another streamer I follow is doing the same fundraiser. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing this one. That's why it's up to like around 49,000 total that has been raised across many streamers. Ah, hair in my face. Let's see, I was going to look... Oh, I was gonna do controls, studio mode. Come down to music player. And what I'm curious is if the image is corrupted or OBS is corrupting it. No, the image is fine. It's OBS that's not properly. Is there a way to tell OBS to reload an image? Okay, I just selected again. There we go. That's something I need to look into, and I kept forgetting to do. I need to figure out whether it was a problem with the plugin I use or with OBS. Because it's a plugin for my music player that writes up the info. And now I have the information, and I just need to see if there's a way to make sure OBS... Though it could be if OBS is trying to read it at the same time that the image is being written. That could be the issue too. So is Jay and Nia still a couple in the show or not? Or is there a love triangle between Jay, Nia, and Cole? Depends how much spoilers you want. But as of the most recent this season, they were still a couple. There was the love triangle that only went on for, I think that was it just one season? It was relatively short lived. It might have been longer than a season. So when you're a baby, you get desensitized to sounds of things touching, moving on your head. Oh, like the sound of your hair moving, etc. But I got resensitized after my ear surgery. Oh, that makes sense. And now I can understand why babies cry. Hearing the never-ending deafening sound of the hairs on my head, on my head constantly moving against each other also made me cry. That's something I never even thought of. So you just learn to tune out those things. Oh man, poor babies. My hearing is much more normalized now, but still above average sensitivity. Dee just has a bunch of superpowers. She just wanted to rub in. We're all normal, unsuperpowered people. No, that's. I'm sorry that you being overly sensitive to those things is not fun. I'm sure. The track is the remix of Living Mice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and the track on here is actually called Living Mice as well. Yeah. So I know which one you're. Which I think you might have been saying. I have the original Minecraft soundtrack that C418 put out. Unfortunately, that one I can't play on stream. This one I can't. Okay, we need one more of these dark blue pieces. There we go. With this tray, I'm much more confident having to launch something. Yeah, it's let me double check what it's at the morning moment. If you click the fundraiser link, and here, let me just drop that. Hey, Ikishudo, how's it going? We're doing pretty well. How are you? Oh, you can just spoil everything for me. I haven't been watching the TV series in years. Yeah, I was just thinking about, like, if there's anybody else in chat that might not want it spoiled. Oh, so what I was saying, Faith, is if you click the link to the fundraiser, then at the top under my name, it says Bring Internet to Bolivia, which is the fundraiser title. If you click that, you go to the, oh no, it's 42,000. Sorry. I said a bigger number because numbers are hard. $42,768 total, which is still an amazing number. I said a different one. Oh, the Ninjago show. A year later, oh, how long did it take to normalize? A year later, not fully, but it was actual insanity for the first month. Oh, that's got to be really hard. It's not fun. Would not recommend the surgery unless really necessary. That reminds me a little of a guy I watched on YouTube that talked about he had major hearing loss, had surgery one of the surgeries that restored hearing to a certain degree, but it was one of those surgeries that for a while after it actually made things worse, and he wasn't sure, and not even the doctors were sure if he gained hearing or if the surgery was actually going to make it worse. And for a while, it made things actually worse, and then it started coming back. And in the end, it's way better than it was before. But that's just scary, having to wait to see if the surgery is actually improving things or making them worse. Speaking of morning, I should probably dip out of here and get ready for bed. Take care, bro. Have a good night, Ethan. Thank you for stopping by. Hanging out. On the plus side, Dee says, I can hear leaves on trees rustling now. It also made me cry when I realized what that weird sound was the first time I was walking outside and had to stop to work that out. Oh, I missed this piece. There goes. Just floating over there. Okay. All right, sticker time. Sticker time. Looks like we've got a couple stickers going on. A 3 and a 2. Let's go ahead and do both. On the plus side, oh, read that. Oh yeah, there's that too. It took almost 2 years before my hearing was better than it was prior to surgery, and still only just within normal range now. I'm wondering, I don't remember if he said what the procedure was, but I'm wondering if it's the same procedure. Or it may just be one of those things that's common across multiple procedures. Well, I'm glad that it's improved so much now. Sorry that it took so long. Well, oh, that reminds me, I need to update that because we're down to only one. So I'm sorry that it can't be too random because there's only one left. So I'm glad you picked that. That reminds me to, I'm just going to go in right now and I'm going to disable that. Viewer rewards. So we did a couple for donations, and so the number, that's the limit for it, is actually off. But fortunately, it wasn't a situation where that happened after we were out. Hey, Sora. All right. Let's see. Might have to turn the brightness a little. The suit's dark. Nope, that's just too bright. I'm just gonna turn them upside down so you can see the suit. So, because if you get it wrong, the black and the blue just kind of blend in. That's nice detailed on a suit. That head mold. The head molds on these Muppet figures are just amazing. And then he's got a little laptop. Gotta make sure we get it right. You know, put the space bar bottom. I just realized we get Scooter on the screen, but not an actual Scooter minifig. How dare. And just have him hold his laptop like this. Unfortunately, if I do that, you can't see it. So maybe... Well, once it's back there, you're not going to really see it anyway. Sadly. But we gotta show both these guys together. Yeah. Ye old critics. Oops. Knocking that out of his hand. I feel like I need to build for them the little, you know, their little... What do they call that in theaters where they have little seating up above? It's like a little balcony, but it's like the individual balcony that's just for the two of them. I feel like I need to build that. Not even colors, they basically rebooted the series, kind of add new storyline and plot. Wait, what? Would you demand your points back? It's still random because I didn't choose it specifically. Should I roll the d20? Oh, Ninjago, isn't that series done? No. Yeah, no, the series, they actually stopped doing Ninjago at one point, and they were, I'm trying to remember if they actually stopped it or were planning on stopping it, and then people were like, no, don't end it. It's like so many people wanted to continue that they're like, hey, I guess it's not done yet. But I'm not sure that it actually stopped. I think they just said it was going to at one point. Now, it's been going on for 11 years now? Because I think last year where they did the 10th anniversary. They did a lot of things that procedure. They would probably have been some crossover, but I also think messing around with something like... I did these the right way. Whew, just realized. Something like ears in general is likely to have that kind of effect because of the way they physically operate. That makes sense, that regardless of what kind of procedure it was. Any major procedure on the ears is can have that effect. Oh, extra plus side, it hurts so much to cut through the part of you that they use an anesthetic that doesn't wear off for 3 months, so it actually doesn't hurt at all. Wow. Though, is that one of those things that feels really weird because there's just no feeling in that area for so long? Sounds interesting. Didn't mind the last one. Kind of hot, windy the last season. Kind of got windy the last season. Oh, and that's right. If you look at like Netflix, they listed as 2 different series. There's Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu, and then they just have Ninjago. So if you're just going through that, you'll see like there was a season and a stop. But that's because, yeah, they changed the title. It was like sort of a soft reboot, except that the plot still goes on. Like they didn't like everything that happened before. They reference as much as they did. There's still things like air jitsu that they just stopped using and then didn't talk about it, except occasionally at one point somebody mentioned it, but they like never explained why they don't use it. It's one of those where like they stop using a power because it's like too overpowered, but they don't explain why. In story it went away. Really 11, I'm gonna have to look it up and binge watch. Kevin Jarth, have a good night. What belts are they at now after 11 years? Well, I mean, they change their belts all the time. First, you know, they just color coordinate their belts. So, Amazon Prime and Netflix both have it. Amazon Prime has the first season that Netflix doesn't have, which was like the pilot season. But then Amazon Prime stops before the end, and then Netflix has from the second season, which they labeled the first season, on through the rest of it. But all of them are missing. There was a couple like specials they did that aren't on there either. There was one of them that I bought on Amazon Prime just because I wanted to see what happened in the story, and it was a pretty major thing. There was a major development of a character that that, you know, like one season it just had happened, and I thought it was going to be one of those things where, you know, either they find out like it's a dream, or they find out like, or they just do flashbacks to it. But no, it just kept going, and finally I looked it up and it's like, no, it's because they just that went on in a special. Like, oh, yes, I need to find that special. It was something with Cole. There was some like a major thing that happened and then didn't get fixed for a while, and but it fixed. It was one of the things where you're like, well, they just kind of did it off screen. They didn't do it off screen. They just did it in something you don't get to see unless you pay extra money. But at that point, I was so invested in the characters. I'm like, your scam has worked. I will give you your whatever amount of money it was for that one special. I need to know what happened to Cole. This thing is, I like all the characters. You're asking earlier what my favorite is, and Jay, my favorite, but I love all the characters. I love the way they've done characterizations of all of them. They're all very, I think they've developed their characters well, and all very distinct characters. Ninjago really like the Lego Dragon sets, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, very weird. Now adding the deafening sound of hair brushing against my ear and not feeling it. Insanity. Oof. Oh, so yeah, that makes it even weirder. They also changed Lloyd's voice actor for some reason. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I heard why they changed, and I think it was because I believe, wasn't that one of those things where Lloyd's voice actor, because he starts out, Lloyd was the youngest, Lloyd's voice actor was actually a female, which is often, it's female voice actors for young boys. And I think it was basically him hitting puberty, kind of, as they're like, his voice should eventually deepen. I think that's what I'd read is the reason they changed it, because they just thought as he was growing older, his voice needed to reflect that. But after they did do some character changes or design changes that I know it was a little controversial, that after they did the Lego Ninjago movie in the theaters, that is not connected to the plot of the show at all. It's easiest to think of it as the Lego Ninjago movie is to Ninjago what the Lego Batman movie is to Batman, which obviously is a very different interpretation of Batman. It's overly like extra comical and stuff. Not that there's not a lot of comedy in Ninjago, but it's its own thing. They ended up taking like the character designs from the movie and some of the other things like their ship and brought it over to the main series, which I think was also confusing when you're already trying to explain to people that the series is very different than the movie, and then the series looks like the movie. So they did some changes to the ship for the TV series, and I actually liked the way they did those designs where the sails pull down. It's very cool. All right, so I am liking these scales that are like, I don't know, watery-ish, but also scaly. Nice design. Part of me thinks that it would be fun to be a graphic designer for Lego. Part of me thinks that I wouldn't want to be telling people I'm the person that designed a bunch of stickers, and then you just get people staring at you. Stickers. How dare you? I'm getting all shivery, uncomfortable just remembering what trying to sleep after that was like. Oof, I'm sorry. If that the topic bringing up these memories. Just remember what trying to sleep after that was like. There was no way to accurately describe just how bad it was. Try imagining an invisible person following you around, constantly scratching against a portable chalkboard for a few weeks every minute of the day, and you might be close. That would drive me crazy. Like, yeah, I am pretty sensitive to certain sounds that just get really annoying, and it just drives my anxiety crazy. And when it's something you just can't get away from, oof. You know what was also weird but more neutral amusing? They had to redirect a nerve through my cheek. So for the first couple weeks, anything that I ate in the side of my mouth both tasted and felt like slightly sweet water. I could literally be crunching through crisps or chewing a chili, and every sensory feedback was sugar water sloshing around. It is really interesting how much the human body can adapt, though. That, like, the fact that eventually your body adapted where it now knows what, like, the nerves not just making everything taste like sugar water. Can I request a prayer for the family again? Of course. And you know, or I hope you know, that that's always the case at any time. Bailey's extended family, especially for Bailey's Auntie Ezra, who is only a year or two older than Bailey. Or not to change from Lego Media, but they need to come back with The Last Airbender series. You mean like Amazon is working on a live action Last Airbender, which I don't know. I'm a little tentative. I mean, and it's not just because of the movie was awful. The movie being awful means they have very low. There's not a lot they have to do to be better than it, but some things just don't translate to live action. I'm just not sure in general that a live action Avatar like is beneficial. But do you mean like an extra series like they did The Last Airbender and then they did Korra? Do you mean like another sequel? It drove me so crazy I had to hide sharp objects. It was really, really bad. Oof. Well, I'm glad that you are through that now. Okay, before I go into the next sticker time, we'll do the we'll pray for this prayer request. If anybody else has prayer requests, go ahead and share those in chat. And if you don't get them in before I start, even if you get them in like after I've ended, I will start a prayer again. And for anybody new here, I know there's a lot of people that come to my streams that don't believe what I believe, and you don't need to. And so I believe in the power of prayer, and I think it's really powerful. It's really redundant. So I want to pray for people, but if it's not your thing, like, hope you don't feel unwelcome here. We'll just pray and then get right back to Lego. Oh wait, did I forget to also mention I have another ear too, and guess what? Same issues that one has, so there's something to look forward to. Oh, so you only had it done on one ear, but you're probably gonna have to do the same thing on the other. Okay. What I really should do is I should figure out if I can get a Stream Deck plugin to plug into MusicBee and pause MusicBee, so I don't have to go over there manually. You can see that was a lot of work for me. But so God, just thank you for the time here tonight and the time we've been able to hang out, and for all the generosity that's happened. And we'll just pray that it's such a blessing to those kids to have access to the internet for study, and that they just open the whole world to them. that they wouldn't have access to. We just pray for Miss extended family, for everyone related to that, or everyone that not just related to, but was friends with or otherwise affected by the loss of the loss of Serena. And there's a lot of people hurting, and I just pray for comfort for them all, and especially for Ezra, who's not very old, and I don't know if Ezra is at the point where she, like, how much she knows what's going on. It's just really, really hard, whether it's something that she understands now, or something that is more when she gets older. Like, just comfort her and help her through that, because it's a hard time, no matter who you are, no matter your age, but especially when you're young and you just don't have a lot of life experience to compare to. You don't have a lot of just experience to give you that understanding of what exactly is going on and what that means, and just comfort everyone in that family, and especially Ezra and Mist. No, it's been hard on her. And I also want to pray for Mist and Bailey, as that they will just continue, like, quickly get over the sickness they've had, and that they'll just be getting back to 100% soon, Lord. And for Dee, prayers for her sleep quality. She's been having trouble waking up on time. Oof, I can feel that I've my sleep schedule all messed up, and I need to fix that as well, Lord. I pray that Dee is able to get better quality sleep, and just be able to feel rested. And I also want to pray for our friend KC, and the decision he has to make about that surgery, that will just help him know what's the right decision there, and just bring healing, whether it's through the surgery, through doctors, or through a miracle that outside of medical care. Just pray for healing there, and relief from anxiety over all of that. And pray for Andrew as he keeps going through more and more health issues, and was in the ER again today, for an asthma attack, and know that his surgery is coming up this next week. Just pray for all of the health issues he's going through as well. And for our friend Breach, and she's been going through and stuff with her dad. Just want to pray that he will help bring peace between them, and work all those things out, Lord. And for her relative with that raccoon problem that's been going on for so long, just pray that they'll be able to find somebody who can take care of it and won't charge an exorbitant amount, and that they'll just find help with all the things that need to get fixed up in that house. And it's just, there's so many issues going on, and it's just not something they can afford. And also for Mist, that she can continue, just give her strength to keep not smoking, and struggling to get the right words, but just give her strength to continue just not giving in to the desire to grab a cigarette, especially when there's so many stressful things going on. You know that can just make that harder. And I'm just so proud of her for doing this. I just pray that you continue to give her strength there, Lord. And thank you for everyone who's here, and pray that we have a good time tonight, that this can continue to be a place where people can just share whatever they're going through, just hang out, whatever is needed at the time. In your name we pray. Amen. Oh, okay, so the one ear has to be completely healed before you can do the other ear. They won't do it till it goes critical, though, but it's just a time thing. Okay. So, I just turned up my headset to hear the music, which is I'm not hearing because it's off. So, good job, drummer. Okay, so make sure I'm paying attention to this, because it wouldn't be the first time that I put a sticker on one of these slope pieces and put it the wrong direction, and then it's just, you can't just turn the piece around. You gotta wait. This is interesting. I just realized this pattern here is exactly what is on Nia's back. When we took off the little like harness thing, whatever that holds the streams of water. What was the pattern that was on the back there? One of those mini design elements that goes on a minifig that's really cool, and then gets covered up by something. A cape or a backpack or something that... That's a weird spot on that sticker. Like a darker spot. Is that... Okay, I see it on here. It's not just something that I did to the sticker. I don't know if you can see very... Right there. No, really hard to see. A very little darker spot. So it's something in the ink. So I just wanted to make sure somehow I didn't do something weird to the sticker. It's just... It's not like the ink is dissolving. There's a chance it won't need to be operated on if it stays stable, but this is pretty, so I'll just wake up and decide to go crazy sometime. Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with your ear? Oh man, that is frustrating when that is done. I tried to take a sticker off one time and it did not go well. Yeah, sticker repositioning usually does not go well. That's one of the reasons I use this stuff to apply the stickers, so I have a little bit to work around, to work with it. I have a couple sets that I want to order new stickers for because they did not go well. I just wish LEGO would give you like an extra sticker sheet with every set. So do you mind asking what happened to Nia in the underwater season? That one I probably won't say, just because like it's a big major thing, and I don't know that anybody here is, well, actually what EK said that was talking about watching, so at least one person wants to watch, so I don't want to spoil that. During the stream, I can, if you DM me, I can tell you, or I think it's really, like, you can find it on like the Ninjago wiki and stuff pretty easily. 5 times? 5 times what? Oh, so yesterday I had to put a sticker on something and I felt the sticker pain of having to adjust it. 5 times? Oh no. What was the sticker for, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, I think This is not adjusting well. I don't think I got enough of it on there. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. There it goes, that's good. They give you an extra sticker sheet that'll cost like $75 for a Lego set. Well, I mean, it already costs like $75 for a Lego set. On the set. I'm going back to not having stickers in my life. Putting stickers on had gotten a lot less stressful since I've started using this stuff to apply them. It's still stressful, and especially clear stickers. Clear stickers are the worst. You can sometimes reposition other stickers. One of the biggest problems is you'll get sometimes like the glue will come like beat up under it, and it will get like bumps under there. That's annoying and awful. But when you have a clear, like sometimes you can actually fix that. Sometimes you can smooth those out. Sometimes you don't. You get lucky, and then sometimes or if you have a clear sticker and you try to reposition it, the glue's going to do something weird underneath. It ends up not being clear. It ends up being weird, and yeah, you just can't. Hey, Redacted, how's it going? What is this world? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been $75 Lego sets for a very long time. There's just a lot more of them expensive ones now. The only stickers I like are the magnet stickers. Yes, I know. To me, they're stickers. Yeah, that's... every sticker should be a removable, replaceable sticker. Somebody just needs to invent stickers that are cheap to manufacture that can be replaced a million times, like repositions, but not move when you don't want them to. Invent that, be a millionaire. So thanks for the shout out, Mist. For Redacted, not for me. Caught Redacted stream last night while I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done, so I was not very active in chat, fortunately. But I was hanging out. Well, you could shout me out, but it seems a little silly. I can't say I haven't shouted people out. Like Casey, I shout out in his stream fairly regularly. I think it's usually when he tells me this to shout myself out instead of to shout him out. First stream trying to read the Bible. It was interesting. I liked it. It was interesting hearing your perspective on things. There we go. So, I'm trying to remember, was this your first stream in general, or just first stream that you're reading the Bible? I'm trying to remember if you'd said that you'd streamed before. Definitely the first one I caught. Okay. So these ones kind of bend. Nope, they go about there. These ones, it's because these are hitting this, but that's kind of nice because they kind of just go where they're supposed to, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture. They're supposed to be up a little more. I guess we'll tweak it later. We'll figure it out. Interesting that they're using a handlebar here. Wonder if that's actually going to be to connect a minifig on there, or if that's just a decorative element. First, like stream, reading the Bible in public. Okay. So I've not seen the inside of a Bible. Well, I mean, you saw some of the text on the screen. Or deck the stream. Briefly, please. But yeah, I know what you mean. You didn't say read, you said saw. Of course, it was digital, but it's the same content. They open up like regular books and have words. This is true. Listen to Dee, she is very smart. Just don't take her advice on how to electrocute computer mice. I'm sorry that you are having issues with computer mice. I'm an awful human, also an awful toast, I understand. Okay, so now we're starting to put bits together. Bit goes into this bit, and then they connect. Oh, okay. So that was just, they're doing that for structure. This piece is not going to actually move. Huh. Interesting. I thought for a minute that it was going to be a piece that rotated for articulation, but also moved a little too freely for that. So. Okay, let's see. We're about done with this bag, but how many bags do we have left? 3 more bags. What are the chances we can get this done before the end of the fundraiser? In an hour and 16 minutes. Okay, extra pieces? Well, no, not quite. One of these is going to be used here, I think. So, attach this like so. Like so. Oh, no, we're using both of these, so we don't even have an extra of these? That's interesting. Oh, there it is over here. I was gonna say, usually you get extras of these. So it was a little odd to me there wasn't. But then there was. So how tightly you push this kind of determines how much this moves. There we go. This just looks like a really scary eel creature right now. Not like the like weird, like a worm thing. Just kind of, yeah, it's scary. That was wait. How to what? What? Hey, Inky. I think you mean listen to me if you want to electrocute mice. Don't listen to me if you want a functional mouse. Computer mouse for anybody who wasn't here earlier. Definitely not talking about the other ones. Yes. Sorry, I should have made that clear. I didn't mean to make you into some sort of monster going around just randomly electrocuting rodents. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sound like such a monster. Okay. Bag Quattro. Now we get to build this minifig, which I'm really excited about. One of the reasons I'm so excited about this line of Ninjago stuff is the fact that I brought this up a bunch of times that I'm hoping one day to build a custom like Atlantis. One day I'll maybe start working on it and not just talk about it. But all these are just awesome creatures to have in there. So this is a really interesting bottom piece, which is similar. They did Ursula from Little Mermaid, but it's not the same mold. I don't think. I think hers was more uniformly spread around. I love how these chains have these pointy ends that are like squidish. It's very cool design. Ooh, it's like a shell with barnacles on it. Is it also like it almost looked like it could be a jetpack? I'm trying to remember if he had some sort of a propulsion thing. I need to go. I can watch stuff, I guess. It wasn't that long ago that I saw it. I just have a terrible memory. So this is a very stabby trident. The trident of stabbiness. My phone is lagging. My phone camera is lagging, and I have it. It's not on Wi-Fi anymore. It is plugged in, so that makes me a little concerned. Hopefully it's not too bad, but let me know if it's how bad it is, because if I have to replace it, I have to replace it. But to be fair, with my body static, this is why I don't touch things. Wait, imagine if Chocolate Toast sent all his Lego to Lady Mist and me. Mist says to just her. Especially the typewriter. Sora has a very active imagination. If anyone gets the Legos to 106 Kids, this is a complicated interlocking brick working system. This is not a toy. Brick building. I'm trying to remember what the phrase was in the Lego movie. Not a toy. Take the Voltron, the pirate ship, and Mario TV. I think Mist will fight you for that Mario TV for sure. This is why I have to keep it all, because I don't want you having to fight over it. It's just out of the pure goodness of my heart, out of a complete lack of selfishness, that I have to keep these things to just keep the peace. You want the cars and the Swedish chef. Oh, for some reason, I keep getting confused on these two colors in the instructions because they're so close together. Oh, hi Inky, hi, good. Gonna lurk from my monster corner for a bit now. You have a monster corner? I guess you're just going all in. No, I claimed the NES set before he even built it. I ate too much human food and my tummy didn't like it. Oh. I am so... Is it? Yes, it's 3 long. Angled piece. Hey, I landed, and I have a high score. Oh, I stole the score from my mom though. Don't tell her. Hopefully she her internet's too bad and she can't see me stealing her score. No Stan be monstrous with me. I'm sorry, D. Streamer has the top score rigged. I mean, that might be more... might bear more weight if I had the top score more often. Do you build all the Muppets you have already? Yes. I did. There is 7. Let's double check. Yep, there are 7 there. Oh, poor Lloyd. I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's 7. There's 12 total, so I have slightly over half of them. Gotta wait. Are we making just one? We are just making one. Interesting. How much you want to bet the feet are identical, but because the legs are mirrored, they can just tell us to make 2. Okay. Then this flips around this way. And these are slightly off there. Rigged. Wow, Inky. Oh, Miss, thank you for shouting out, Zora. A little over an hour left for your fundraiser. Yes. An hour and 8 minutes. I was just like 5 minutes ago. I said there was 2 hours left. It's just time is moving at a it's just moving. It's moving at a pace of approximately 1 second per second. Or approximately 60 seconds per minute. That's the current rate of time speed. Now, if we leave the legs like this, it looks like is it iguanas or is it Komodo dragons, or is it multiple that where they do like put their legs kind of like that? You don't have to feel bad about not being able to. That's something I usually try to say too, is that whenever there's any sort of fundraiser, is only donate if you're financially able to. It's not going to cause hardship for you or your family or anything. I really appreciate when people are able to give, but not everybody is able to. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I appreciate the desire to be able to give too. Time's moving at a pace of 1 second per second. Thanks. Yep, exactly, Miss. And most people go through that can at some point have gone through or will go through a period of time where they're not able to. So, ooh. Hey Brickman, how are you? What's up, party people? Working on the Ninjago water dragon. Trying to get it done in the next hour before the the stream, like I said before, the stream can go over. It could go a little past midnight, but the fundraiser ends then, so kind of when I'm planning on wrapping up. Reminds me, I will double check. Hey Tsunami Gaming. Let me see if I can. Did I close the tab? There we go. And I refresh. What do I need to? 42,798 total. $42,798 total. So I'm not the only one raising money for this. There's a bunch of streamers that have been working on this, and so that's total amongst all of us. There's almost 43,000, which is amazing. How are you, Tsunami? Okay. Wait, does I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. You know what? Doesn't actually matter because it's a ball joint. So if you put it the wrong way, you just spin it around. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Go me. I put both of these in the wrong spot. They need to be up here. Wow, I turned it around and I just saw there was one of these connectors. And then I dropped it. Hopefully the microphone didn't pick that up too much. I'm good. I had an ultrasound earlier today, and unfortunately my thigh that was hurting for a few days does not have any blood clots or tumor, which I'm really thankful for. Oh, that's good. do they have any idea why it was hurting? And is it still hurting now? Oh, hey, was there? I need to turn the alert sound back up slightly. I might have turned it too far down. I don't hear it myself. I need something up here that just says alert, alert. Also, alerts. Some alerts show up on my stream deck when that works, but doesn't work for this. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Trying to get back to the. See it. Oh, thank you for the vote donations. So you donated and then you had to round it off nicely. I appreciate that. So we're at 800 even. That's awesome. Thank you. That is amazing. Super appreciated. Not hurting anymore was just a pulled muscle. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, it's frustrating sometimes when you got those things that you just don't know if it's something worse or not until you get it checked. And there's the notification for the second one. Trying to help others reach their goals and to help the kiddos. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure they do too. Or will. Most of those that will be affected by it probably don't know this fundraiser is going on. So, but they will appreciate it. What are we building tonight? Tonight oh, thanks, Mist. We're building the Ninjago water dragon, which kind of headless if you know. But if you follow that link or just look right here, this is what it's going to look like aside from the background and the photoshopped water effects. So, oh, and I forgot that I was gonna see about putting Zane in this little sub. I think we had to ditch his weapons. I don't know if he can sit in there with the flippers. He can sit in there with the flippers. It just may look a little. Oh, I don't think it will quite close as nicely. We do though. So, little sub. It's all fine as long as it helps someone and increases their quality of life. Yeah. This is an awesome thing they're doing. Gonna give kids access to the internet for studying and probably since it's going to be at these Compassion International's locations, it probably going to also be a little safer from the scary parts of the internet too. So can get the good. I think we all know that there's good and bad on the internet. Yeah. Yep. And I'm sure there's going to be people there at the center. Along with software stuffs, which you know is not always 100% perfect. All right, now 3 legs, but he's standing up now, or she. Don't know. Gender of an elemental water dragon, if it even has one. We have been hyped more earlier, but I'm even watching the stream on the side in the background. Oh, that is totally all right. I used to just have like 5 streams going at the same time. I eventually got to the point where I couldn't actually, process that many. But lurking is appreciated. You would have had my vote if it was Sevi from Black Butler or Grell. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I'm missing. So if Shock gets 200 in 1 hour, he will dress and drag for his next stream. There's a reason that Sora is not a mod. Well, not that like you can trust everything the mods say either. I mean, the VIP badge is just to like flag his messages, so I make sure to watch them more carefully. Confirm this is more credible if you agree. What's in it for me if I do? The typewriter set of Shocks. Well, that's an incentive for some, I guess. You have had my vote if it was Sebi from Black Butler or Grell. Okay, now I finally got back to the context of like I was so lost. What's my favorite build that I've done? That is a hard question. And I don't really know the answer. Some of the really big builds are fun just because like it's a long process and then it starts coming together. You can't actually see. Oh, you can. I think actually the way it's set up. Okay. So like the Ninjago City ones are very cool. You're just seeing the bottoms of things. Temple of Air Jitsu was awesome. My biggest problem with that one is that's one that I did early on and I messed up stickers. And getting the stickers now is expensive. I was gonna get replacements. And they were cheap and then suddenly they skyrocketed. And they started going down again. I need to check. I think people started charging more reasonable prices for them. But this one goes out for all the people in here that aren't in a position to contribute financially at this time. Wait, what? What? D. Oh. I just hit the mute mic button instead of this button. Thank you. I am always lost. This is true. I don't know if I don't even know what you're referring to with that. I don't even know if you're talking to me, but probably. Maybe having an OP bunny crew. You did missed. Well, yeah, I don't know if you missed it. Like, I can't read your mind. Yeah, D just donated. And I don't know if the alert's actually shown up yet. Because the alerts are super delayed. Stream elements alerts in general have been delayed. But thank you so much, D. I set the $1,000 goal like kind of arbitrarily. I mean, I kind of prayed about it, but it was like I wasn't really expecting it to get this close. Especially when we started this stream with 520. So we were about halfway there at the start of the stream, and that's after having done 2 really long streams before and another stream in between that like wasn't quite expecting that this one we'd get so close. Yes, $100 more for me to ban Sora. That's the incentive. He's having some issues with that donor alert too. Yeah, I think everybody was. And then Jate said that it seemed like it was starting to work again. And the weird thing is if I went into stream elements and I tested the alert, it took a few seconds to run the test alert within it even, like, which was weird. Like, it wasn't. So there's something going on with the system. For $1,000, Shock will change his name to Zap the Pop Tart. Yeah, all had me worried for a second. No, it worked. I didn't actually see the alert, so I don't know if the alert popped up, but the where is it? Right there. Right there. Can see it. It's there. The file type and such? Oh, so as part of it, just the file they gave us, the animation is maybe it's a little too large as part of the problem, but it's also how donor drive communicates to Streamlabs, not Labs elements. Yeah, well, Stream Elements is also, I'm not sure if that part is, I haven't been paying attention, but for a while Stream Elements alerts for just like subs and stuff was really delayed, but I think that's gotten better. Not sure. All right, extra pieces. Putting these away. Go in. On the drawer. Wow. D is very generous. And I want to make it clear that pretty sure everybody thinks D is pretty great, completely separate from from any of that. You're just a good friend, a good person, completely independent of your generosity. I was having delays like a week ago on stuff, and then it fixed itself. I still think I'll fix the large animation and other things. That would make sense why it's still delayed. And one thing I was running into and I never could get fixed. Actually, one stream I delayed trying to get it working, and I finally like just going with it, is when the animation does play, a lot of times when it plays the first time, and then later times it just shows up on the last frame. Fortunately, the last frame is like new donation, so it's still okay. But yeah, so you're having the same thing. And I don't know, I wonder if that's the file size as well. I kept tweaking it and trying to figure out what I was doing wrong, adjusting the how long it showed up. So I'm glad to know it wasn't just me. Are we down? Oh, since we're on the last bag, and then I found another bag under the instruction book. Well, let's test it again then. I'm gonna push both my buns at the same time. Wait a minute. D, how many buns are you pushing? Is this why you keep wearing out mice? Because you just keep clicking donate too many times and you're just wearing them out? It's really delayed. I'm seeing it over here. Thank you. Yeah, it's super delayed. Thank you for testing the system. D is pretty bomb unless you're a mouse, just saying. I think it needs to be in GIF from, it was like WebM or something. I think it might partly just be how big it is, because I think I'm trying to remember if some of the other alerts I use are WebM or not, and I don't have issues with those. Yes, he is frozen on the last frame of the animation. Thank you. Thank you, D. I didn't want to turn you into a monster just going around electrifying rodents. Oh, electrocuting. Wow. Wow. That's the quote. I just never trust quotes that Inky puts in there. He could have made them up. Probably didn't. Classic notice. Thank you. Super appreciated. Well, we are only $50 away. You know what? We're gonna do is just pop back in and say goodnight inside. You are almost to the goal. Um. There we go. Well. Oh, tsunami. Well, it just updated twice. I realized I hadn't actually done my own donation yet, so I was trying to finish it off, but now we're over the top. But you have to wait because my donation message is very important. So when that shows up, that is amazing. Yeah, I need that even number. Yeah, but also Lame Sauce, I was just thinking of a funny joke so I could do that too and be the finisher. Is it kind of like when you go into a comment thread or like go into a chat and like 50 people, or usually like YouTube videos, actually you don't see it as much anymore, and then there's like 50 people putting first. You know, obviously only one of them was, it's just everybody's like final donation, yay. We hit 1,000, and at that point it's like $1,200 because everybody's trying to do it at the same time. Not that that's a bad strategy, just trick everybody. Have a good night, Mom. The best followers ever. Oh, before you go, did you see this one? You'll be able to see it in person though. The shell with like, still trying to decide if that's supposed to be like a jetpack with the I just blanked. I said what they were earlier. Have a good night, Mom. Yeah, or those ones that are like last person to comment is X, and so it's just a million last comments. The leg piece is so cool. Yeah. It reminds me, I don't know, have you seen the Ursula one they did in the Disney collector or CMFs? Reminds me of that, but that one like came more forward. So it's interesting how many variations they've done of legs that are like tentacle legs. And hey, cat. And did you see this one though with the watery stand? I guess it's not actually a leg piece. She goes into it, so it fits over her legs, which is interesting because I think that's the first time I've seen one like that. I've seen this similar type of thing that was a leg piece, because they'd done something similar for like genies. I think they did something similar for like Mysterio from Spider-Man. Good night, Mom. Well, it's time for me to head out. I'll see if I can swing in to support you up more in the future. Well, thank you for stopping by. And by the way, let's I don't know that we did already. Let's do a shout out for Tsunami, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm actually following. There we go. Thank you so much. Oh no, sorry, that was an ad plug of the page. I thought I muted it. I didn't. Let's see, what is the total right now for everyone? 43,206 is where we're at. I know it wasn't necessary. If it was necessary, I probably wouldn't have done it. Somebody's like demanding a shout out, probably. Not gonna want to do that. But thanks for coming in. Have a great night, and thank you for being part of this as well. Oh, okay. Spoilers. I mean, literally spoilers. Like these pieces. I don't know if that's what they were first used for, I think, but these are car spoilers. I must have all shoutouts gets banned. Ban chat. I forgot that's one of those commands that if it doesn't recognize a username, somehow it just I don't know why that happens, but if it doesn't recognize a username, it will use the person who called the command instead. I will be back. Thank you again. Have a great night. You too as well. You too as well? Maybe I was talking about the band U2. That would almost make that a proper sentence. U2 also, in addition, as well. Here from the Department of Redundancy Department. I need to make a note to mute stream when I'm trying to drink water, so stop choking at these puns. I can't take it. I'd almost say you should just warn me, so I just don't say anything, like, while you're taking a drink of water, but I'm not sure if I'd have the willpower not to, like, purposely try to make a joke right then. And then I'd feel bad. Then I rename stream title and set myself off all on my own. Great job, JD. You know, water and electricity doesn't mix. Oh, I am doing the water dragon, so I did kind of start that one. It is ironic that I'm Shock the Toast and I'm a big fan of the water-related themes. So, wonder if there's some deeper meaning there, deeper hidden psychology. All right, so I think we must be working on the tail. They usually, when building something like this, they like to finish up with the head, which is weird when you're building this headless creature, but it does make it much more dramatic when you attach that. I think I mentioned before, one of the reasons I'm really excited about Optimus Prime, I used to collect Transformers, and I'm big into Transformers, especially, I'm a fan, especially the engineering, the ones that are just like amazing design, amazing engineering. But I was reading at one point long ago that it was, I don't know if it was a rule or something they tried to do, but they tried to make it that when you transform a Transformer, the last step when it goes into robot mode is revealing the head, because there's like a psychological like extra satisfaction that now it's a now it's a robot. Now it's I almost said a person, but you know, kind of there's a personality, and I'm sure it's the same reason that they build the head last, is that suddenly it's like, oh, this is the thing. It is now the thing. I cannot tell from the picture which direction these go. Time to look at the instructions. Yeah, they go the other way. I kind of figured, so they match the ones on the body. Doesn't it all transform at the same time? Well, with Transformers, usually there's a number. When we're talking about the toy ones, usually it's a number of steps, and so like they try to make it so like the last step is flipping out the head. Now, yeah, like in the cartoons or the movies or something, yeah, it's like it just transforms super quickly, so that's less of a thing. But it's like the toys, it's supposed to give like extra bit of satisfaction for the person transforming it. That's like, ooh, now this is the moment. I had to look up Lapras. Wait, what? Whoa, don't we say water and electricity don't mix because they actually mix too well? Actually, technically, I can go into a technical thing. Guess it's all part of the stream culture. The stream culture here. Wow. Oh, your bestie just got a purple Lapras with a bow-tied scarf. Oh. Yeah, I do have a shiny Lapras, but not the scarf one, and I'm a little jealous. But technically, water is a terrible conductor of electricity. It's just everything in the water, and water is never, or is rarely like pure enough that you don't have anything conducting. But if you get like super, like I can't remember what it's even more than distilled water, I think, or is it distilled water that they use? in like scientific experiments and stuff and various, because you have to have completely pure water and then it won't conduct electricity. It's weird to think about, because we just think of water being so conductive and so dangerous around electricity, but because you just never have water that doesn't have anything in it. You have to build your own water, two cans of H and 1 can of O. Okay, does anybody in here see a Nexo Night Shield Feast that I already attached? Wow. It's just because I'm old. I had my birthday. I'm officially old now, and I'm already senile. It's just highly explosive. So water is electricity's ultimate wingman. So drag shock is a thing. Put a 1 in chat if you agree. Did you miss my message in my donation? I think you missed it. But it's okay, it wasn't for you, it was a warning for everyone else. Just not to trust Sora. You missed it, but wait, what did you miss? You didn't miss anything. If you just missed what Sora said, it wasn't important. Wait, you looked away and missed what? I haven't done anything super exciting on stream in the last few seconds. Oh, you mean the donation message? I don't know when it actually showed up because it was so delayed. I didn't actually see it show up on screen. So I'm just assuming at one point it did show up. So just sorry, he will not lead you astray. I think Mist might have believed you, but then she's gotten to know you more recently. I missed it too the last few minutes. It showed up when you weren't looking. It showed up when I wasn't. But to be fair, my monitor's over here. So. Oh no. Oh no. New builder just. There we go. Got carried away, and the gray went on before the blue one. Since they're stacked, that doesn't work. Maybe it didn't. Who's with me on this? If we all missed it, it was never there. There's no, if none of us saw it, it's not impossible with the way those alerts have been going that the alert didn't show up. All right. I like that they're using these flippers as little fins. It makes me feel a little, I don't know, I get some little vibes of Gyarados. Okay. It looks like this one last section of the tail. You missed one critical flaw in your argument? Only one? So if Shock gets 200 in 1 hour, he will dress and drag for the next stream. Shock gets more than 200, i.e. did not get 200. Oh! There we go. It was obvious that it was obviously implied that it had to be exactly 200. For a second there, I thought you just typed quote and not with the number, and I thought it just randomly gave you that quote. And it was kind of great. What can be arranged? It can be arranged for it to be exactly 200. So you're going to retract donations. That's what you're going to do. So you're somehow going to get donations negated. I'm pretty sure that he's not going to remove, he's not going to approve of removing donations. I think he's kind of about the getting more money for the cause, not less. Wow, this is pro streamer. Chalk the toast with your daily forking. If only it happened only once per stream. Okay. I missed the part where we're building this onto here and not directly under there. Okay. Other side, I'm sure is going to be identical, but I wanted to double check. Or just, I have a tendency to just decide they're identical and build the same both sides, and then get to the next part and like, oh, that's right, the side has a different thing, and it's the not. Okay. So, well, that's a really weird fish face right there. Like, oh, well, I was trying to attach this tail, but I should actually watch that there's still more to build, because I can't actually attach right now. We haven't built the part they connected to. That's not a face. This is... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, D, if I've given you nightmares. That is just the, part one of the hinges. Just haven't finished it yet. Look into Sani chat. Wait, did he ban you? Let me see. Alright, I'm back. Nothing's going on. Everything's fine. Right. Okay, so this is where our build is going very different this time. So we got this piece, we've got this wheel axle piece. And some more flippers. Oh, okay, so this wheel axle one is for the flippers. I see. I was thinking it was some sort of weird connector. This is the weird connector. Okay. Now, see, CD, we're getting rid of the weird face. And we're replacing it. Woo! With this weird face. And then disconnect from here. There we go. That is a long dragon. Wait. I was gonna say how beautifully unique. I actually think that kind of looked very... It was a very fish-like face, and I kind of want to try to use that piece in some sort of a fish build. Like I said, at some point I want to do some sort of Atlantis thing. And what I'd like to do is have some weird water creatures in there, like, you know, not necessarily anything that's actually from mythology, well, maybe, but some just made up. Take some, get creative. So that might end up being used for something. Autofocus is off its the game today, so indecisive. Yeah, and I was getting a little impatient of letting it aside. Your nose is trying to suffocate you. That's not what the nose is supposed to do. Have you had to talk with your nose? I never said it was weird. You missed what I said next. No, I said I read where you said, "Oh, I was going to say how beautifully unique." I read that. I don't think, did I say that you said it was weird? I don't know. I don't know what words come out of my mouth sometimes. You read that after you were trashing me for calling it weird. Everybody's putting words in my mouth. I'm gonna go back and watch the stream and then delete the parts that I think you can use against me. What am I doing the most? Being awesome? What? I don't put words in your mouth unless I'm making quotes for this channel. True. Sure you do. Sometimes, maybe. Make up quotes. Alright, so we've got an army of these snake people now. And we haven't even... There's still two, like, big sets in the series. And one of the snake people is missing. And I can't remember where I set them, if I set them somewhere else. I looked over the edge because I thought they might have just been on the edge of the table and fallen off, but don't see that. So I'll have to find them in between streams. But I think this is going to end up sort of like when we did the castle ones, and we're going to try to do the whole series. But we're probably not going to do it consecutively because I don't have all the sets yet. Alright, but this is the last bag, and there are 24 minutes left, so let's see if we can get this built. There's evidence. Uh-huh. I'm not sure that Inky's made-up quotes are admissible in court. I guess it depends on the court. I'm knocking down the snakes. For some reason, snakes aren't very good at standing. I can't imagine why. Maybe they need a little more practice. Having legs and all. Ay, that's the wrong direction. I totally didn't do every single step in reverse order that page. I'll just say that was for Faith. Faith was saying build it backwards, so that page was for you. Alright. Now look at that. The beautiful dragon face. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah. Nope, purely taken straight out of the primary source. I know that OBS allows you to like record at the same time you're streaming. I feel like I might have to start doing that because I think I'm starting to not trust people. And somehow you're gonna go in and like start modifying my VODs. Oh yeah, I need to do blind Lego builds because we've got at least 4 of those that we need to do. Oh, okay. This is the last sticker. So, my mom was here last Sunday, and we were doing like a team blind build where I had my eyes covered, and she was telling me where pieces were and where to put them, like describing all the instructions. I wanted to set up, but I need to build something for an actual, like a single person blind build. Usually what you do is you have a little sort of a tent kind of setup, or like there's a little framework with kind of curtains you stick your hands through, and then there would be where people could watch on the other side, probably where I'd have a camera on stream. So you'd see what my hands were doing, but I couldn't see, and then I'd have the instruction book where I could see the instructions. But yeah, I did say that for every $100 we hit, that I would do one of those polybag blind builds. But just because I haven't figured out a setup yet, they aren't going to be done on this stream, like today. But in the future, at some point, I'll do them. I have to decide if that's going to be like one stream, I just do a bunch of those, or if I just start spacing them out. Like do one per stream. Hey, Rhyme! Oh, hi, husbando. Too bad we couldn't practice doing it over Discord. Yeah, the part of the problem with that is, well, like you were saying, the lag. Unless and I don't know that my internet would handle me like doing like video over Discord at the same time. But the lag's probably one of the biggest parts of that. But we could still try that out. Like, since we're not doing it tonight, we're doing it in the future anyway. Or I am, or I and multiple people are. Then, okay. So, oh, that's right. It's the wings we're adding last. Okay. So here is the head. Okay. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Who's a weirdo streamer? Can't imagine. Okay. So that is pretty awesome. Now, let's give it some more light and build some wings. So, but yeah, if you want to try Mist, we can still a chance we can try that. Probably just take one of the polybags I have completed, disassemble it, and try it with that. So that we're not opening one of the reserved ones. Though I probably have more polybags than I need for the rewards. We'll see. Faith and I still gotta go to Shocks to build with him. This is true. This is true. I think would doing a call with your other phone work, but then the audio would be weird. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure my internet will handle it in general. I guess we could try to do it on data. I guess that's a possibility. Hi, Breach. I am indeed live at the very moment. If it works, hopefully I won't be sick if we do end up doing the blind back via Discord. Well, you just need to stop being sick. Kind of just in general. Like, not just for that reason. Whoa! Okay. Be careful not to push down on the dragon's legs too hard, because, Oh. Fix this. Kind of want to angle the camera down more, but autofocus. What is wrong with me? Did the camera dirty at all? It doesn't look like it. It's probably partly there's so many things going on. All these other sets I have, or minifigs and stuff, probably throwing it off. Okay. So I just realized that these wings, are they gonna kind of wave, like flow in the water? I've been back at the computer for an hour. I am elsewhere occupied, so I wasn't looking at my follow list. I'm sorry. We're glad you're here. And if it works, hopefully I won't. Oh yeah, read that. Yeah. So the moral of the story is Miss needs to stop being sick, regardless of any other. I think we can all agree upon that. Even Sora. Like, one time he'll agree with me. I'm just hoping this phone isn't dying. Okay. Ooh, I just brought the cloth off that. See Claude the dragon. Okay. Alright. So, are we attaching a wing? Nope. We're going and we're putting the frame on both sides so that attaching the wing is more dramatic, I suppose. Oh, I just realized they're different lengths and I'm a noob. So that one is a short one? Hey, okay. I only realized when I was suddenly running out of Technic axles the right size. Okay. So another 6 long Technic axle. Why am I tempted to donate $1 at the last minute to trigger everybody who's been fixing up odd numbers? There was a stream, I think it was one of the Shiggy streams, where somebody kept setting it to like nice even numbers or palindromes. And then there were like people just trolling and like putting in really weird amounts so that they had to go fix it. Oh. It's a good, that's how you get the money. It's just trigger the OCD. Y'all are lucky I'm lazy. What if 2 people donate $1 at the same time and debate themselves? What if 1,000 people donated $1 at the same time? That would be $1,000. Big brain. I'm big brain. Okay, so I have to figure out where. There, never mind. Like I have to figure out where the last axle is. It's just right there. Okay, here. it would be impressive. I just heard someone say, sorry, I was reading chat, and someone responded, how dare you? Pieces there. So now I'm going to start moving these outside of here for now. I just have a feeling that I'm going to knock things down. Stand up, piggy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Don't need to be pushy. All right. So now we gotta attach these. This is perfect timing. Finishing right at midnight. Well, like finishing just enough time to like find a raid target and stuff. Not that we have to, like I said, if it wasn't quite done, I was gonna keep building. But the actual fundraiser ends in 11 minutes. There we go. All right, so these are not actually extra parts. These ones here were Zane's weapons that we took off so we could go in the sub. These are extra pieces, I believe. Where did we use, does anybody remember where we used the Sai? Was it in the dragon or somewhere else? Oh, it was, okay, this snake had a Sai. Sai. So now let's fix up its legs that I kind of mangled. And by fix up, I mean obviously mangle. Looks uncomfortable without the wing bit of the wings though. Yeah. Though that I was gonna say the bone dragon looked cool, and I realized no, the bone dragon actually had a piece over it too. It was just kind of tattered and alright. So wait. Oh, that's awesome. Now, is there, do you just push on the wing, or is there another place you're supposed to activate this? Oh, here! Look at this. Somehow I didn't even realize that we were building that mechanism. That is cool. I love that they don't flap. They kind of roll, like it's in the water. And it's flowing. It is an elemental dragon, so the dragon was partially, it was kind of made out of water as well as being watery. Oh, you convinced Aki to have Chubby Bunny as an incentive? Are those spears sticking into his dragon side or secondary leg sets? Oh, wing bit. Oh, okay. Didn't realize that was that far back. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it does look uncomfortable with that. Just fundraising the roof. I know somebody having a level up day today that's ripe for raiding. Oh yeah? Who dat? I know them 2D, but their mods can be weebs? Oh. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we go to those kind of streams. I I just realized I asked for that prayer earlier and didn't really tell anyone why I wanted a prayer for the family. Oh, that's a good point. I just forgot not everybody would know. Yeah, from my understanding is that it's like actually in Japan, it's much more negative. It was kind of like embraced by like Western fans of anime and such, but a weeb is the term. And what raid? I don't know yet. You can message me. Let me check. Let's see. Okay. Oh. I wasn't even the one I meant this. Okay. Okay, well, I'm old. Okay, leave me alone. I live under a rock as well, an underwater basket weaver, if you will. It's usually, at least here, it refers to somebody that's like a fan of anime and various Japanese nerdy things. A loose definition. So, I think we're gonna raid. Well, let me just check, see if this channel is. Wait, somebody distract him. Make sure he can't end stream. Actually, I am going to pause my music, and I am going to. That thing work? Yeah, that button's broken. The button's broke. Well, the button's not physically broken. It's not connected right. So I am going to come over here and mute desktop. And well, it depends if okay. Okay. All right. So we are gonna raid Aki and Peach, and they're both there right now. And I don't know. I tried to do. Wait, nope, that's not how you do it. Okay, there's the raid messages. We're gonna sneak in there. We're gonna sneak in there. So Aki has also been doing the fundraiser, and he's finishing up. It makes sense that he's finishing up too, since fundraiser has ended. All right, thank you everyone. The fact that we hit the goal is amazing, and we can maybe, whether he ends soon or not may depend on how amazing the people are there, and we're gonna send more amazing people. Though I think half the people here are also there at the same time. So, all right, let's go see Aki. I think I've been able to raid Aki once, but he's usually not at the same time as I am. So, yeah, they're doing Chubby Bunny right now. So perfect. It's a great time to meet them. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. It was awesome, and Have a great time zone. See you next time. He can't say hi. He can say, oh. All right. I love you all. Have a great night. And this is amazing. Okay, I've got to go before somehow he stops marshmallowing. Let's go.